What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here with his Jewish Kato, Lee Syatt, for another fun-filled episode of the Church New Testament. It's October 21st. Chop, chop, chop. 9 more weeks to Christmas, and you're still looking at me like I'm missing the boat. Anyway, we're here. I'm ready for a tremendous Tuesday. How about you?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. Let's kick this off with a quick advertising from the advertiser. Listen, we don't like doing this, but this is how we got to do it, all right? They want it in the beginning. That's how they want it, all right? He's got a wedding to pay for with an open bar. I got a kid. She wants to go to private school. Things are happening, all right? So we'll be right back. We're back. Get it together. Get those blue shoes. Anyway, what's up, dog?
I'm good, dude. I miss you.
How you been all week?
I've been in Massachusetts losing. I can't, dude. Every time I go to a casino, I need to hire someone to beat me up because I can't win a bet at a casino.
Can you not read a book? Can you not take an online course, at least to guide you there? You know, after a while, listen, I don't have the patience to stand there. But at least like years ago, listen to this. I didn't even have an idea about poker. I grew up in the wildest place. Everybody plays poker here. I'm the only Cuban that don't play fucking poker or dominoes. HBO had a website for The Longest Yard. No. The Longest Yard had a website. Remember before they released it, they had pictures on there and you could buy merch and all this shit. But if you went, they had a section for gambling. And that's how I learned to play poker, because you'd play with fake chips.
Right. Oh, when I'm playing with fake chips, I win every time. And then I go in and...
But at least I learned, listen, today I forgot. That was when The Sopranos were on TV and Longest Yard.
Right.
I forgot how to play poker. But I'm saying at least I fucking, like, you like to gamble.
I love it.
So how do we up the odds for you to make money?
The problem is, I heard, this could be fake. I heard Dana White banned himself from the casinos because he was doing so bad. Because you got to go in, he has the way to do it. You got to go in with $2 million, 3 hands and leave.
Correct.
And I sit there, I have a drink, because I'm such a degenerate. I think I'm going to win with $25 hands. You're not going to do shit with $25 hands.
Well, you never fucking know. That's why you're sitting at that table. How many times do you guys think that the Cuban Jew, Joey Diaz, doesn't get $50 in chips just to play blackjack on DraftKings, okay?
Oh, I love doing it on DraftKings.
Even though I know I'm going to lose that 50, because it ain't enough dough. But the other motherfucking day, I hadn't gambled in fucking 10 days, and I went on there and I had a $3 bonus.
Okay.
And something else.
You bet $3?
No, I bet $1 slots. And all of a sudden I won a jackpot for 130.
Damn.
And then I took it down. I said, all right, up to 100, I'm going to bet 5s. And anyway, I ended up the morning with 338 over the $3.08 I had.
Whoa.
And that happens. And that's why you take a check. Does it always happen? Not really. But I was in the hospital. The gods were like, fuck it, give him a break. Give him a fucking break.
You were in the hospital again?
Fuck yeah, I told you about this shit.
Jesus, dude.
But I'm fucking, listen, man, this has been going on for 11 months. This has been going on since December of last year. Last November, I started eating fucking mushrooms like they were going on. Between the mushrooms, the fucking ear, I don't know what happened. I got the flu. I ended up in the hospital in January. I couldn't breathe. February, same shit. This time they tried to blame diverticulitis. What's up, George? March, I got it again. That was the worst I did. But this shit that went on for the last month, I couldn't even tell, because every day I went for hope. I'm taking these minerals now. I switched to these vitamins. Hope for this. I'm taking peptides for my lungs. I'm doing all this shit. And I can't walk a flight of steps. And I'm like, come on, man. Come on. But then it started progressing. And I noticed it when I went to the gym. That, come on, I could do a half hour of boxing, 3 minute hitting the bag, hitting the mitts, fucking hitting the speed bag. You go back to the fucking whatever. I could do that with my eyes closed. 3 times a week. I would go in there and I felt like I was going to faint. I was going to have a fucking stroke. I didn't know what was going on. The times got shorter and shorter. And then, guys, I didn't even tell you motherfuckers this. So I turned myself into the hospital on Tuesday, right? Because listen, this time I realized the hospital is a lot like going to the joint. When I got out, people were like, when'd you get out? No, I was in the hospital, not when I got out. You know what I'm saying? The fuck is wrong with you?
Jesus, I turned myself in.
Let me tell you what happened here. These performances after the podcast, walking me up the stairs, is unacceptable. Unacceptable. The last one was unacceptable. The one before that was unacceptable. And I appreciate you guys always take care of me and help me. But this wasn't about you guys. This is about me. I just couldn't do it. And then Friday, I went to Freehold, to the weed store, or maybe the English town, to Rooted. And on the way back, I got so excited. I had to pee. And I pulled over right by my house, right by the Arab restaurant. I made a fucking right turn, and there's a parking lot there. There's El Nido's there and all the gym. And I pulled behind there, and I just took my seatbelt off, ran out of the car, and piss came out everywhere. Like it went from 0 to 60. Like I got to pee now. Like luckily I didn't break in my pants. I think I peed on my shoes. I got new shoes. You'll never see those Adidas again. They were bad luck. Fucking, and this one, guys, so you pee. I had a towel in the back because I knew this was happening. I dried my hands. I got that anti-sanitizer. I go to get in the fucking car. And guys, I wasn't even in the seat. 2 minutes. I had to get out of the seat. I couldn't breathe. It felt like my legs up close like this was locking this up.
Damn.
I knew I wasn't getting no heart attack. I grew up in the hills of North Bergen, motherfuckers. There ain't no heart attack coming here. If I go out, I'm going to get shot like Kennedy or something like that, right? Like fucking Charlie Kirk, whatever the fuck.
Oh. Listen, at least you're doing it to yourself now. Before I was getting mugged, now you're getting assassinated.
Listen, I'm not talking about suicide.
No, assassinated.
I don't want you to think I'm at home massaging my jugular vein, putting cream on it and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like betting Detroit tonight. Nah. Anyway, so guys, it wasn't a 2-minute episode like what you guys usually see. It was a 25-minute episode in the rain. And here's what gets worse. I had to open up the truck, get out to my feet, open up the window on my truck, and I had to hang in there because my legs wouldn't carry me. Who was I going to call, guys? My wife was at the movies with Mercy. I mean, you guys live up here. Who am I going to call? So I just wanted to get home. And sure enough, I go to get in the truck and I got to pee again. And now it started all over. I sat in that parking lot for 40 minutes. People going to get Chinese food kept stopping. Are you all right, sir? Yeah. I just puked on my sneakers, whatever. No, I couldn't fucking get back in the car. I couldn't breathe. So I knew there was a problem. Saturday, it went okay. Sunday at the baseball game. That was it. It was raining. I walked a little quicker, and I had to pee. And by the time I got to the car, guys, again, it just blew up. That thing that happened at the mall that we joked about last week,
right?
That was not good. That's unacceptable, John.
Right.
That's unacceptable. That's a health problem. So Monday, I went to the boxing gym, and I lasted 14 minutes.
And what happens? Like, it just, you can't catch your breath, or you just can't even breathe at all?
I had the fucking inhaler. You start with the warm-up, and after that first warm-up, I knew. I got on the bike to warm up for 2 rounds, which was 6 minutes, and I could barely get off it. And then I got in front of a heavy bag. I think I did 2 rounds in front of the heavy bag, or maybe a round and a half, and I was like, this ain't working today. This was all hot. And then Tuesday, I went to the regular gym. I did 20 on the bike, but then I started lifting 10 minutes, 12 minutes. I went home. I waited for Terry to come home. I told her to take my blood pressure, and it was out there. But I'll fucking Enrique post this for all his shit, so you motherfuckers know at home, Uncle Joey ain't going nowhere. That was my blood pressure. Wednesday night. Take a look at those numbers.
197 over 127.
120 is a stroke, guys.
And were you feeling anxiety? Or like what was going on?
So after 20 fucking sticks, this is where the comedy comes in, okay? So after the fucking, because I had a lump on my leg. They're like, you shouldn't have that lump on your leg. And it does hurt a little bit. It's like a fucking, I bump into shit. I don't know about you guys. When you get to 50, you bump into shit, you know, ledges that don't belong there. You just don't see them. Let's be honest. You just don't see them, but you bump into this shit. So they're like, we have to scan your leg and do this and do that. And I've been going there for shortness of breath. So the lung department is great. And the heart department is fucking superb. Like the people I'm dealing, I got to go back and see them Wednesday. But there's something not right. The heart is clean, but there's something that's not right. I feel it, like the air. Maybe it's a nozzle. Maybe a nozzle broke and fucking the air's leaking out. I don't fucking know.
The heart nozzle. Yeah, you've been saying that even before the hospital, like last year happened.
So I went and this time oncology came in and they fucking scaled they said I had a lymph node in my leg that's obstructing the flow.
Okay.
And that my bladder is overfilling. Fuck. 10 years ago, I was kidnapping people and putting them in the trunk of a car. Today, my bladder is overfilling. You understand what that does to your ego, gentlemen? At some point, you go, what the fuck? Why did I stop doing coke? To go out with a lymph node to my fucking leg? I was meant to go in a hotel with some fat hooker farting in my mouth with powder all over my face like I was snorting jelly donuts part-time. The
Jesus,
fuck?
dude, yeah.
Now I got an overfilled bladder that goes to my kidneys, which in turn makes my heart go into rumbata, or whatever the fuck, rumbation.
Okay.
Something with an R. And then it goes up to my fucking anxiety. So basically, before my wife drove me to the hospital, I was 202 over 212. And whenever my heart drops, your blood pressure goes.
Okay.
Dog, I woke up. Well, we'll talk about that later. I had 41.
41 what?
My heartbeat was like the pulse.
Okay.
And that's unacceptable.
That's low, right?
Yeah. So my wife took me in there, dog. When they looked at my blood pressure and they checked my fucking pulse, they were like, get him in there. Within minutes, I had an IV. I mean, sometimes you're in there like 2 hours downstairs. And I accept it. I'm the one that's sick that I never complain. I like the emergency room. The emergency room is like going to court. If you're a professional and you're really a student of life, you're not going to learn anything in life until you go to courts, see a court session live where people have to plead their cases and shit.
Right.
That's brilliant. Or an emergency room.
Yeah, I've been there a lot this year.
And see what these people do under high stress situations. So come to me next time about your yoga studio and how it's so stressful to have it. Listen, go get a job part-time at that. When you watch people and women in the emergency room and men nurses, you get a whole new respect for these people. A whole different respect. The one thing is, this is a field, unless you love it,
yeah,
it ain't going to work. If you don't like cleaning people's assholes, don't get into it because it's going to happen. If you don't like cutting some chubby guy's nails, don't get into it because you're going to have to cut them. These girls do shit and these men that are fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, every time I'm in a hospital like that, it humbles you. You're like, Jesus Christ, this is how I should love stand-up. Look at what these women do till 7 in the morning. It's a 12-hour shift, motherfucker. They average anywhere from 10 to 18,000 steps a fucking shift.
At least, yeah. And then, like, Matt, because you're at a nice hospital. I went to an emergency room earlier this year at, like, a not nice one where, like, they bring homeless people in who are going nuts. Like the people who work there are fucking crazy. Like, I don't know how you do it.
Bitch, let me tell you something. My wife pulls up to valet. At the emergency room, they got valet in Jersey. So my wife pulls up to the valet. She goes, there's no fucking valet there. She goes, I'll just drop you off, and I'll park right over there. There was parking spots. I'm not even out of the car 2 minutes, and I go to grab my suitcase, and I look, and it's like a chubby sister with a chubby brother with a white T-shirt on, with something around his left wrist, and blood is everywhere.
Jesus.
Do I stop? Do I go, what happened, brother? Fuck no. I pick up my bag and I keep moving because I'm cutting this motherfucker off.
Say, you get
I'm not letting him get to the hoop before me because I'll faint in that fucking thing. Just watching this poor brother bleed to death is not going to work out for Uncle Joey. So I beat him to the thing. Boom, they scan your shit. Bop, bop, beep, beep, boop. Joe Diaz, Jose Diaz, whatever, their birthday, and they sat me down. Guy could jump right on me, did blood pressure. They didn't even hesitate. They took me right into the fucking STS machine
EKG,
where they put the EKG, blood pressure. Before I got out of the blood pressure room, I already had a fucking thing in my arm. And usually they take you to emergency until you wait. They were like, you're on a different level tonight. They took me right to my room. Thank God, knock on wood, it was a single room. You got to give Jersey Shore a lot of credit for that. I love the food. I love everything. The nurses were fantastic. So that's what's going on with me. So I doubled up on it. They fucking lowered some prescription, hired some prescriptions, because the problem was I was on like 4 diuretics. No wonder I'm peeing fucking constantly.
Oh, yeah.
You guys don't know how Uncle Joey lives. You guys have no idea. I get up in the morning, I pee. It's a long one. Okay, you wash your hands, you throw some water on your face, a toothbrush, you go outside, you make a cup of coffee. You know how many times I just drink a cup of coffee a little bit? Motherfucker, I gotta fucking pee again. And that's no fucking easy thing. That's like 25 steps back and forth. I'm not in the mood. I just woke up. So sometimes I just take my dick right off the balcony because I got no class, right? I just make believe I'm out there looking for an owl and shit and take my dick out. Sometimes I piss on the balcony. Sometimes
Are you already sitting on the balcony, or do you walk out to the balcony?
No, I wake up every morning and go to the balcony, regardless of the weather.
Wait, are you talking about front or side?
The back.
All right, the back one. All right, thank God. I thought you were in the front waving to the neighbors.
Nah, I'm in the back because that's where the sunlight is.
Oh, okay.
There's no sunlight on that side of the house.
Gotcha.
I don't want to sit out there with cold people. I come to the warm side of the house and fucking at least I get some vitamin D. I look at the trees. I thank the Lord.
Right.
But that's how my day starts, okay? And then I put the coffee cup down. I walk down the stairs. And by the time I go down the stairs again, I got to fucking do another 2-minute pee. And it don't stop there. Now I have like water downstairs. I drink that. I come up, wash my pussy, go to the kitchen. No more coffee.
Right.
A glass of water with ice, a lot of ice.
How much are you drinking?
I got to drink. I'm thirsty. How much they tell you to fucking drink? Everybody tells you, hydrate. When we were kids, nobody drank water. I don't know. Right? When I was a kid, I never drank water. It was Coca-Cola, Cuban soda, a fucking,
Gatorade.
That's it. No, fuck that
No
shit.
Gatorade?
No, I had Coke in my house. I waste my time with Gatorade.
So it sounds like the peeing is like the main issue.
But I take a vitamin combo and a prescription combo right around breakfast. That's around 7:30. I sit, everybody's gone. I do what I got to do on the computer, pay some bills, whatever, and then I shoot to the gym. By the time I get to the gym, I get on that bike and I do 20 minutes.
Okay.
Different levels, like it's a HIIT program. Like I go from, by the time I get off that bike, listen, if you're in my way, you're going down. I don't care if you're old, young. And I tell people, timber, because you're going down. I'm taking you with me. And don't get in that bathroom and fuck around. Don't get in that bathroom and fuck around. I'll choke you to death. And if not, I go right outside and take my dick out. People doing those things when they push. You ever see those people? They push the sleds. No,
Yeah.
I've been out there 10 times. And then I go back out there while they're out there and I ask the gym trainer, hey, let me ask you something. Don't it smell like piss back here? You guys got to get rid of that cat. And he's like, I smell it all the time.
I pay too much for dues every month, and it's
You
you.
believe that I torture him about the pee? I even torture him.
But now they're never gonna. Well, now they might, because they might see this, but they wouldn't ever guess it was you if you're the one
No.
complaining about it.
No, I'm the one that calls them over and go, guys, it smells like pee over here.
This is ridiculous. Unacceptable.
Oh, it's unacceptable. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
But I called you and you told me that at least they let you sleep. They didn't wake you up at 4 a.m. to ask you how tall you were this time.
No, listen, there were some nice people. And let me see, Tuesday night, I got in there. Good movies while I was in there. Look, there was a tremendous horror combination one day. The Omen went right into The Exorcist.
Oh.
Holy shit. And I was going in the kitchen because I had my own pass. You know what I'm saying? Like I worked on the nurses to give me the combo. There was me and a little black lady. She was working for every dime they were going to pay. Who pays when you're in the hospital when you're old?
Medicare.
Medicare. She was milking Medicare. She was taking 3 orange juices at a time.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I was back there making hazelnut coffee. Nobody found it. Lady goes, the coffee here is not good. They had a fucking one of those thing machines. I'm back there.
Well, yeah, because not everyone has a code to the employee kitchen.
Yeah, but then they left it open a lot this time. So I would go in there, dog, the one night. All right. So anyway, so the first night I'm down there, you know, boom, boom, not a bad night. I think I just didn't sleep. They tested me. They did the finger for the fucking blood, the blood pressure, which was great. They're a great fucking hospital when it comes to that. But I asked the nurse, I go, you know, I'm in here for high blood pressure. If you don't let me sleep, she goes, listen, I'll do this test at 11:30, do the breath thing, and then you go to sleep till 4:30, 5:30. But Joey Diaz is an old fucking fart. So I'm up a doodle at 4:30. And they would say, like, you can't eat because you have a test this morning. Dog, I'd go right to the kitchen in front of him. Even with the thing that said NSFO, do not feed. I went right in the fucking kitchen, started drinking orange juices, made a hazelnut coffee, drank the coffee right there in the kitchen, and then said, you know what? I'm going to eat 6 boxes of Rice Krispies. And that's exactly what I did. I ate 6 boxes of Rice Krispies.
Dry or with milk?
With milk. What do you think? I'm a communist?
How long did it take you to eat 6 boxes? I know those little mini ones.
6 minutes. This is a prison. Listen, my prison technique came back. Number 1, they have milk, non-fat milk, 2% milk, orange, apple, cranberry. Ooh. Okay? That's the first shelf.
Yeah.
The second shelf, they got chocolate pudding, vanilla pudding. The chocolate pudding is the worst ever. Even I made better pudding in prison. Oh, god awful. Looks like, you ever take a shit and it's extra dark?
Yeah.
That's what I don't like about this pudding. It's extra dark. You got that look to it. It took me down memory lane. And then the bottom, they have Schweppes, diet, and real ginger ale.
Okay.
But dog, on the top, you open it up, and it's Hershey, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry ice cream, plus lemon and cherry Italian ice. Come on, bro. This is a class action hospital.
Listen.
Plus, at 7 a.m., if you don't want to wait for breakfast, you can order your own breakfast. They deliver it. Some little guy with a hat. How much change you need? How much is the tab? 13. Bring up a 20. It's all yours. Within seconds. This motherfucker, you put the phone down. He's right there. Little Filipino.
Still
He's right there. Tremendous. Dog, tremendous. But I didn't give a fuck. Like they told me you can't eat after midnight. That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. But the third day, I was looking through my bag, and guess what I found in there?
Some sort of drug.
A vapor pen. A good one, too. One of those $80 ones. Dog, I hit 3 times. My blood pressure was 190. They were back in there. We don't know what's going on.
How lucky you just happened to find it. Like you didn't put it in there on purpose.
I don't remember putting it in there.
Of course
I must have put it in there when I went to watch a movie or something. I forgot I even had it. I just went in there and go, oop, what the fuck? And the connector worked for me. I had one of the connectors.
One of the chargers.
I started charging that motherfucker. I had to hide it, though, because they told me there was a patient that had 17 vapor pens in there, and he was smoking by the oxygen, and the place was going to blow up. I just made sure I smoked in the bathroom with the water on, you know what I'm saying?
Dude.
To put some moisture in the air.
Remember the Green Book where the black dude lived above, like, the concert hall?
Yeah.
You just got to get an apartment in the hospital. Just with like that ice cream at all times, just to get whatever. I'm surprised you didn't bring a fucking bong to the hospital. Why are you smoking in the hospital?
Because, dog, it gets lonely in that room.
I know, but
you're looking at 3 fucking walls. My view was a fucking roof with a ladder going to nowhere. It was like, go up that ladder, you're going to die. You're going right to heaven. That's all I had. To stay away to heaven or to hell. Just take a shot at it, all right?
Yeah, but they have you. Don't you have any ABX left?
Listen. We've been friends for I don't know how long. You've listened to my bullshit for I don't know how long. When are you going to figure out that your Uncle Joey's a fucking addict? That he needs to burn the candle somewhere? Okay?
Do it with Rice Krispies then. What the?
Listen, the Rice Krispies were great, but they ain't doing nothing for my coconut. When I'm getting surrounded all day with stupid questions, what medication do you take at home? What are you bothering me for? You see my, huh? You see my wife here? If my wife ain't here, I'm like one of those commies. I don't know nothing.
You just think your name.
You ever see those Vietnam people?
Rank?
Agent 466674. I don't know nothing. I know the Declaration of War. You know, that type of shit. That's what I'm saying. Guys, I don't know nothing. I have become such a fucking memory lane, dude. Like, I remember shit now, and I giggle. I almost crashed the car this afternoon thinking of something funny that happened, you know?
I like it, but Jesus
16
Christ.
years you've been running with me. You haven't figured out.
I figured it out, but you...
Listen, if there was no weed, and you were stuck with me, and I was up by your mom's house.
Right.
You don't think I'd raid that fucking medical bin? Because I know she got to have a goodie bag in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's got to have something that hits heavy. And it's not going to be every night. As long as I hit it one night just to mellow me out.
Yeah, but you have edibles. You can't breathe and you're smoking.
I didn't have edibles. I did not have edibles or marijuana leaf.
You got to have like a hospital-only kit of it. Like, this is why you don't eat every ABX that you have as soon as you get it.
Well, they're all
They were
gone.
giving it to you by the case.
I don't know if you see. There's none around. We ate the ones in the cup. When George is out of ABX, you got a problem.
Yeah.
George will whip out the ones he ate with Abe Lincoln. I got some in the freezer. Don't worry about nothing. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Anyway, what else is going on, Lee?
I had a good weekend, dude. I'm not saying I killed, but I had the best hosting week that I've had. I did a lot better of like opening up.
What did you do different? You slowed it up.
Yeah. I slowed it up, and I was like, I asked like who's celebrating stuff, and it was like they were fun shows, but they weren't hugely packed. So it was a little bit. The first one I didn't do that, but then the second I was like, I'm sick of not doing well as a host. So the second and the third one, going up first is a completely different thing, and I was really happy with my weekend. My weekend was pretty good. I had fun. I got to see my mom, and it was man, like you called me this morning. You're like, I don't know. Don't worry about coming back, maybe. And I was like, I left. We had a 6 o'clock show last night, and I got in the car as soon as it was over, and I was back by midnight when the garage closed.
When I got up this morning, I waited for about an hour or two, and I just wasn't feeling it. I don't want to rush anything. I have to be ready by November 8th.
Mm-hmm.
I really have to be ready by November 5th, and that's 2 weeks away. You don't look like you. I'm an ugly dude, but I ain't trick-or-treating. You know what I'm saying? You want to come over and lick my nutsack, you're more than welcome.
You don't even got to wear a costume.
No, but that's, like I just want to rest the next 2 weeks.
Right.
I got a couple doctors wanting to figure out where the fuck, what's the next move. I got Wednesday, I got fucking Thursday. Thursday night we got the show, so I'm going to make it for that. And then I got another week of dicking around, and then we got to be ready for war. And that's it. That's just the way it is. So at least I get 2 weeks to get healthy, and bing, bang, boom.
Oh yeah.
It
was too bad we missed you at the dojo that night last week.
Yeah. No,
that was a fun night.
Listen, I wasn't supposed to turn myself in until Friday. My plan was Friday morning because I wanted to do the dojo Wednesday night, and then my daughter had the, which, guys, it's been a hell of a weekend, but my daughter had orientation. Not really orientation. She went to visit St. John Vianney. And it was, it's like me smoking pot at 12 and listening to Led Zeppelin. It opened up her mind immediately. It opened up her avenues immediately. I like it. She wants to go visit some other place, whatever the fuck she wants to do. But it's a real pleasure to watch your children grow. I know a lot of you guys don't have kids, or maybe you don't want kids. A lot of you people have children already. But that's one of the best things when they come to you and they talk to you. And they're enthusiastic. That's always a great thing. But there was something that was bothering me about something. I want to talk to you about it, Lee.
Okay.
Because you know me. Listen, when I got into comedy, my brother George will tell you I was a lost soul like 90% of the people in America. I had no fucking future. The only thing I was good at was maybe robbing people, gas stations, drug dealers. And you guys laugh, and he'll tell you.
But you were good at it.
Listen, I had a nose for it, okay? Let's just say that. If you had cocaine in your house, I could sniff it the fuck out, okay? But it was a petty life, and it didn't work out for me. And the only thing that really appealed to me was stand-up comedy because I'd read the Lenny Bruce book. But more than that, and listen, I grew up with movie actors that were also kind of outlaws, that weren't fronting, like they weren't Pablo Pascal at the King's March yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With sunglasses.
And a scarf.
I didn't grow up around those people. I grew up with people that kept their fucking mouth shut. Steve McQueen. Today, my daughter had some music on in the car. She's going to see this girl on Friday. And I said, this sounds like a song that would be on in one of those James Coburn movies. I remember Iron Man Flint when he came out dancing and shit. I was a bad motherfucker, that dude. They hung out with Bruce Lee. In my eyes, I like a lot of actors today, but they're either faking the funk or they're really dynamite people. And at the end of the day, you know what dynamite people are. Who gives a fuck? I got into comedy because I felt it was a 1%er type of deal. It's like joining a fucking motorcycle gang. Okay? My plans were not what your plans were. Right. My plans were not what most comics. My plan was to be a biker comic without a motorcycle, like live on the road, like the catcher from Major League, Tom Berenger. In the beginning, he was living in Mexico playing fucking baseball. I'd be happy with that. Was I looking to get rich? No. Cover my rent, and I'll fucking bartend and do comedy at halftime. That's it. Without being bothered. I was prepared to, after prison, I was prepared just to live somewhere in Wyoming, do comedy upstairs, do a show.
Compared to crime, that sounds pretty good.
People have no fucking idea, okay? One thing I learned when I got locked up was I didn't want to get locked up again.
Right.
That's a little too heavy for anybody, okay? Especially when you don't belong there. When you talk to the people around you, and you go, you guys are nice and shit, and I'm having a fun time. It's like you feel like Pee-wee in The Big Adventure when he's at the motorcycle bar. Like, you're like, you guys are a lot of fun, but I don't ever want to see you motherfuckers again. And some of them were good people. They were like me. They just made mistakes, bro. And that's why they were at the camp level I was in. But to make a long story short, I got into comedy. In the first 5 years, I felt so fucking special. I felt like a criminal that wasn't a criminal. But I still was a part-time criminal. I was still bringing back returns and coffee makers.
You were semi-retired.
And still doing low-life type shit. But it was paying my rent and child support and a bunch of shit in between, And I really admired comedy. And on the road, working with C Comics, opening up for them on triple runs, I started noticing bitterness. Guys that were bitter. So what are your goals? I'm going to stick around in Boulder, and then I'm going to go to L.A. L.A.'s for gay people. Unless you're going to suck dick, you're never going to get stage time. I would ask them, do you do spots at the Improv? No, never. They never give us spots. You do spots at the Comedy Store? Forget it. They'll never let us in there. And I'm like, why are you guys not in L.A. for? This was like a 6-month span that I'm working with these comics, and they're all fucking D's. And their anger, and they're bitter. And I remember going back and going, what the fuck is this? This is the best job in the world. They pay you $75. You got a 50-50 shot of getting your dick sucked. You do some drinking, you do some drugs, and you don't have to get up the next morning. Are you fucking crazy?
That's pretty great.
You only have to get up if you have responsibility. But think about being a 28-year-old loser that could sleep on anybody's floor. There's no responsibility. When those comedy clubs would give me a hotel room, like the Italian says, Madonna me. Forget about it. I would it'd be like that. If they gave me a Motel 6, in my mind, it was the Taj Mahal, guys.
Right.
So think about when we get a hotel room now with a shower on the balcony, what I feel. You understand? Those rooms grounded me, but I'm getting to, these comics taught me. So, no, I was a little down for a while doing comedy. I was going through a divorce. And then through the fucking grace of God, I met a broad in Michigan, and she had balls, and she made me move to Seattle with her. Whatever happened between us the following years is irrelevant. She made me make the move, okay? And she supported my comedy. As much as she was a dirty whore and all that shit, I still love her. I'm angry at her now because she don't check in enough. And we were always based on checking in. We love each other. I still love her to the grave because she's a good egg. And fine. I got to L.A. and Seattle was great. I met Josh Wolf. It was an open mic level. We were all feature acts driving. Nobody was cutthroat yet.
Right.
I slept at your floor. George slept with me. Lee came over. We would go to eat at night after the shows. We would do a show. We take the check, $84 between the four of us. We go to eat. Nobody gets a dime. We're going to eat the $84 and then tip her a nice tip. You know what I'm saying? That's what we did. We were gentlemen.
Your friends, not competitors.
Nobody was going to say, well, give me my 20. I want to eat. It ain't that type of party. You either eat or take your 24 fucking dollars. Okay? What do you want? We're a family, man. Listen, once you move to L.A., all that changes. Mm-hmm. All those people you met along the way, now it changes. Now the dynamic changes. You're not the kid at that fucking open mic no more. You're in it for the real fucking money now. And relationships get severed. And I'm very happy that when I got to the store, again, I learned how to read people at my mother's funeral. Mm-hmm. And I just got better at it over the years. When I got to the store, something happened like the first month that I was like, wow, it's that type of party. Okay? And I've been through every party. You know what I'm saying? Like when you've been through every party and this motherfucker pulls this party. So I had a friend called Lionel from Seattle, one of the baddest white motherfuckers I've ever met in my life, beside Pete Rose, all the great white ones, the white dude from New England. Brady, this dude was solid. Musician, but my dog in Seattle. Anybody ever asked me about him, I'd say, give him whatever the fuck he wants. He was a heart of gold, like George. There's different type of people. He was long hair, Langley, would fight you at a drop of a dime, and he was the cook at the comedy club, and he lived in a warehouse where I told you the windows were broken. You'd wake up at 4 a.m, there'd be 3 black guys smoking crack. Oh, but this guy brought excitement to your life.
Right.
When you thought you were like most people, every night he went home to something different. It was like your uncle. He went home to something different. Once he went to that basement and locked that door and put the TV on, it could be 1 a.m. God knows who's going to knock on that door. And let me tell you something, to the common person that's at home, well, that won't work in my life because I work. These people weren't thinking about work. These people went to work when it was proper for them. Like, I don't know how many times I bump into people like, I got to work tomorrow. I haven't been there for 4 days. Haven't been there for 4 days. You know what I'm saying? It was a different time then.
Yeah.
I haven't been there for 4 days.
And
so comedy was like, when I went to L.A., listen, I got blessed. And I hate that word. But God is always, he took my parents, but he's always given me a little bit of leniency. And my brother George knows he gave me Ralphie, man. He gave me Joe Rogan. He gave me Josh Wolf. He gave me Dukerman, the guy from the Comedy Store, and he gave me the Comedy Store and Mitzi Show. If you can't do something with that, and the guy who made me go to L.A. was a guy by the name of Doug Stanhope. And when it comes pound for pound, he might be drunk right now, but I'll put him up against anybody. I put him up.
And I love him. Motherfucker.
I don't pray for a lot of people. I pray for Doug because he's the last of the real deal. Everybody else is faking the funk.
Right.
And it's really weird. I was surrounded with these people, so I had to learn something and grasp something. But I used my criminality, growing up in that criminal mentality, to push me. And that's how I felt I could deal with comedians. I could pull them aside and go, listen, this is what happened. I think after a month or 2 hours in, I went down there because Lionel was coming to town from Seattle. He said, get the package ready. So I didn't have any money. I went and sprung $100. And in those days, Chewy, God bless his soul, would give me 620s for 100. So I bought all 620s. I'm sitting there, and at the Comedy Store, you could drink for free. You give the bartender a bump, and they'll let you drink for free. This is back in 97. Yeah, 97. And
can't imagine doing drugs with someone named Lionel.
Canada Dry Ginger Ale, the best. And I've been loyal since 1967, okay? This is what I ordered with fucking Chicken Delight when I was a kid then. Not gonna lie to you, I got off the ginger ale wagon and I went over to Tahitian Treat for a while. All of you motherfuckers don't even know what Tahitian Treat is. But always my heart's with Canada Dry Ginger Ale. A lot of people think I'm a Coke guy. That's second. My heart's with ginger ale on some fucking ice cubes.
Oh, yeah.
With, listen to this, guys, the fucking, anyway, we're not going to get into that. So I had this cocaine, and it was 10 o'clock at night, and I'd already done 2 packages on my own. And my girlfriend at the time was a little strict about cocaine, but I always saved one because she liked when I put on her monkey, and then she ate my ball sack. It was a tremendous. Whenever you gave a Coke, she'd go right for the ball sack. I loved all that shit. Tremendous.
Sounds like a ghost.
She's great. I miss her. So a guy came up to me that I knew from the comedy scene. I didn't know him long, but I knew him long enough, you know? He knew people I knew, and we're starting to talk. And I go, you want to do a... He goes, man, I'm tired. I don't know. You want to do a blast? He goes, you got one? I go, yeah. Come on. I give him 2 blasts. And he goes, man, that's the first time I've done that in a while. That shit is good. I go, listen, I got 3 packages. Take one. And we're good. I gave him a package. But 3 weeks later, there's a meeting. And he's at that meeting. But in retrospect, there's a dear friend of mine at that meeting. He doesn't know that we know each other. And the agent suggests, have you seen the comedian Joey Diaz? The kid I gave the 2 bumps to and the 20, yo, that coke fiend, I wouldn't let him on this project. It got back to me that night.
That's how quick it got back to you?
Because I knew the guy.
Right.
I knew the guy, and he goes, Coco, listen what's going on. And I never really said nothing to him because I learned a lesson. The lesson is, don't trust none of these motherfuckers. Okay? And I have dear friends that are comedians, but I got them from trust and being in the trenches with them or whatever. I don't, un tremendo peo, compadre. That's a tremendous fucking, oh my God. I had some chicken salad with cranberries in it, multi-grain bread. That is tremendous. And some Yoplait yogurt. Forget about it.
Can you smell the cranberries?
Huh?
You can smell the cranberries?
It's a cranberry mix. It's not
nice.
Thanksgiving. It's like the day afterward. You know what I'm saying? But I learned something. I learned that people, and a couple things happened. Like comics died, and within 10 minutes, comics were calling them for the booking. You know, just a lot of creepy things you hear over the years. And you learn that by 2000, I learned that it's an occupation that people will sell your soul and attack you. And it's crazy, guys. It really is crazy. And I've always been very proud to be a comic. I've held the comic flag a lot differently than a lot of people. And maybe whatever, you know, whatever. I'm an old man. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't know what's going on in comedy anymore. I just know that it's like East Coast rap, East Coast, West Coast.
Right.
In the 90s. Everybody's attacking everybody, and I don't know. I don't have any opinion. You know, it's about the Riyadh Comedy Festival. Listen, what the fuck? You give me $2 million. You think I want to sit here with you guys? God knows what I would have done. But nobody gets put in that position, you know, until they get put in that position. For people to speak, I don't know. I don't even want to get involved in this, but what's going on with stand-up comedy is not me at all. I've kept my mouth shut. But it's interesting to see what I saw, what you guys never saw over the years. Because this is the only thing I was trying to tell you guys. Over the last 15 years, I've had people come up to me and ask me about different comedians, you know. And you have to sit there, whether you agree with them or not, and go, good guy, I really like him, you know. In the meantime, what you want to say is the guy's a fucking douchebag. He called an agent on me one time and, you know, whatever. But you don't, because you're a gentleman and you don't want to go into that realm. You know, that's how I was raised.
Right. But no one does that anymore.
But no, they were doing it for a while. And now, I don't know what's going on now. But, you know, you have to be aware of your surroundings. And what I was trying to say to you guys is this. It used to hurt me when I would say that to people. You know that, right?
And you say what? Good guy?
Yeah, Lee's a good dude. even though I just left the comedy club and you did something really bad that 2 weeks ago, even though you tell people you're a Christian.
Right.
I'm in Toledo, Ohio. I went to Toledo, Ohio as Joey Diaz. You're just a regular at the store. You went up acting up there like fucking Johnny Bananas. And they told you to knock it the fuck off, because that's what happens to a lot of comics. And there's other, ego, because ego is a motherfucker, guys. And like I was telling my nephew, you and my brother George, what kept me always afloat was never forgetting that I robbed people. I would mug a guy on Boulevard East. Like, how can I play fancy for you guys?
Right.
How can I be DJ Khaled on a boat, with my fat titties shaking, making believe I own the fucking world when.
But at least you because when you were talking about.
And I'm not patting myself on the back about this, but do you understand why?
No, but there's honor amongst thieves.
The biggest complaint I've got about myself is, Joey, you live in the past. You know why? Because it makes my future fucking solid. Because now I do know how to act.
Right.
Now I do know how to act as a gentleman. Why are we doing this, George? When I was the one that would say, George, get the car. I don't have a license. Who gives a fuck? Why are we doing this?
But here's it, when you were talking about the Triple Run guys who were jaded, the thing
brutal.
But at least they gave it a shot and went to LA. There's people
but
at my level.
But they left LA instead of going, maybe I didn't work hard enough. It was always a blame. And I remember them saying to me, forget about the open mic night at the Improv. Motherfucker, let's drop it right now for you bitches. I got to LA on a Tuesday. I was on the stage store on a Tuesday. On a Monday night, I already did the store 3 minutes. And by Tuesday morning, I was at the Laugh Factory. Ask me where I was on Sunday night.
Where?
The motherfucking Improv for Latino night. I was doing 10 minutes with a suit on. The guy wouldn't make me go out without a fucking suit on. I went and got a suit from the first week.
Right.
And then after 3 weeks, I told him, no, after the next week, I told him to go fuck himself. That man was a good fucking man. He believed in me. And one night I was on that stage for Latino night.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever been to you've been on the stage at the Improv in L.A.
No, I never did that one.
The hallway? Well, if you're in the main stage, if you're talking up there, every once in a while, you look up and there's you ever see a bathroom window?
Okay.
Those little ones that you slide when you open to take a shit.
Right.
That's when you take a shit, when they have a window. When your stinky asshole's going to circulate in there, and I open up the shower in 2 weeks and your shit is still circulating in the shower, that's where you never take a shit. These are fucking young kids. Anyway, what we saying?
So you're on stage at the Improv.
I'm on stage at the Improv, and you notice that little window. And you never think about it. Well, I didn't know this. I'm at the Improv for Latino night, just fucking bombing. And I got out of it, and I thanked the guy for putting me on stage. He goes, come back next Sunday. Didn't pay me. But as I got to the bar, a white dude tapped me on the shoulder. His first name was Richard. And he looked at me and he goes, hey, I'm the talent coordinator here. Start calling in on Mondays for spots. My fucking heart dropped. This motherfucker on the road told me I would never get any love in there on a Sunday night. And here I am on a Sunday night. Not only that, so do you understand when I broke all that shit, I was ready to go. This is just bullshit. This is hey, Nick, so you join the Navy? Yeah, I'm joining. I'm going to be first class Navy SEAL. Oh, me and Lee did it. You think he can do it? He's a fucking pussy. Yeah, he'll never do it. Oh, wait till you get to the rail of death. And they drop you off Alec. And you're looking at this guy going, I grew up with this guy. He couldn't even figure out a paper route. You know what I'm saying? But he's lying to you. Wait, you know those guys all the time? I'm in law school now. What year? 3rd year. Oh, wait till you take that test. It's a fucking mind racker. Tell them, boys. Oh, yeah. I almost lost. And you take it and you're like, what the fuck were those idiots talking about?
Right.
What kind of faggots are these guys making a big deal about something that you tackle straight ahead? That's how I felt.
Yeah. It feels good, on a smaller level, if everyone's oh, the audience sucks tonight, no one's good, and then you go up and have a good set, you're like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wiggly. And you walk off that set like a motherfucker's motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? My point is that comics weren't supposed to be fighting. We're supposed to be thieves. All these guys that are fighting, all of them, they all are major money earners. Well, I came from the major money earners. Shut your fucking mouth. You go downstairs and you count your money. Why are you fucking going out? These guys all make money.
Yeah.
These guys are all top of the line comedians. I have respect for all of them. I don't give a fuck who went to Riyadh. I'm a felon. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to judge you for something.
Right.
I tried to put a guy in the trunk. I did 1,000 fucking ratty things. So I'm going to judge somebody now where they get their money from. You know, I won't even say it. A lot of people think that I sold out when I took one of my sponsors. I don't give a fuck. I got a 12-year-old daughter that wants to go to St. John Vianney. That's all I know. When I got into comedy, a wise man once told me, every time you show up for these free gigs, in your mind, I know you're bombing, I know it's not worth it, but think of punching into a job. Think of punching into that job. And at the end of the month, just for your own personal peace of mind, think how many times you punch in. You lose $30 to go to Jersey to do a set. You lose $6 to take a subway. That's the name of the game. But so help me fucking God. And you're hearing it from you're going to get every dollar back. I'm going to be a great famous comedian. Well, they want you to do baby diaper ads.
Bring on the diapers.
And they want to give you $6 million since you had that kid, Lee. I want to be a comic. I want to be a comic. I don't want to make my bones. Okay. You know, that's what you got to grab. Bro. Take that $6 million, build a stage in your apartment.
Yeah.
And have comedy shows every night by yourself.
Yeah.
Lee's Comedy Night, all by yourself. You're the MC, the host, the dancer, the DJ. You're everything. Every once in a while, I'll drop in and help you out.
Thank you.
But do you understand? I mean, at one point, you have to see what that person's going through. I'm sick and tired of that word. Nobody's a fucking sellout. Before people sell out, they pay major fucking dues.
Right.
All these players, they know they're not worth it. They know they're like, George, they want me to pitch another year. I can't even lob a fucking softball. They want to give me $18 million. What do we do? No, let's not take it.
Kevin Durant just got $45 million for 2 years, $90 million over 2 years. But even, and I know like this is a positive one. If you want to take it out, we can. So the guy who honestly, like I try to look and see what you're doing. But the guy who I think is like super smart is Daniel Tosh. He doesn't say shit. No one ever talks about him.
Nothing.
He had 18 years of that show. He still tours.
Believe that.
Daniel, and now he has a podcast where he's just goofy, has whoever he wants on. But like he never gets in any drama. You never see anything. But he's like he's like probably a billionaire at this point.
And he always did 44 minutes on a 45-minute set out of respect.
And he hasn't done a special in like decades.
Doesn't need to.
Those specials were great.
He has thousands of hours of footage on YouTube and Comedy Central.
Right.
And I applaud guys. Listen, there's a lot of guys that, everybody tells you they don't want to be Hollywood, but they are Hollywood. Well, explain Hollywood, Joey, if they're making videos to tell you about their week. Who gives a fuck? Like, you're that special. You felt in your head that, hold on, Nikki and Georgie's day isn't going to start till I make a video. And then I get on there and, hey, Nikki, George, how you doing? Walking, yeah, my Goombas.
Right.
That's delusional after a while. And that's how you start looking at these people on Instagram. I turn on Instagram, I see people swinging kettlebells. Listen, I got time for this shit.
Oh,
I got time. They're swinging kettlebell. Come on, guy.
Right.
Everybody's a wrestler,
But even the one thing that I do think is out of control is like I'm starting to look at even just any club, but like the ticket prices. The ticket prices that I see for people are like $50 on a Sunday for like, are you crazy?
Look, I got a call 2 weeks ago. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
What they wanted me to charge. And the rinky, like this club contacted CA. Listen, we're doing this. We really want him to do the show. We got an envelope for him, whatever he needs, dancing girls. But I was like, that's weird.
How are they going to pay that? Yeah.
75.
Whoa.
On Wednesday night. And I was like, why would I rape these people for this?
No.
I could take them to a theater and get more in there and less the price,
Right.
Some people don't even look at that. I do. It's a club. I want to bang you out for that. I want it to look like a Sinatra venue. When he came out with the fucking bow tie and shit.
And I'm not going to name the club, but there's been stuff going around the last couple of weeks of this one club that's been bouncing checks. Like, you always told me to look out for that. And there's one club, and someone was like, hey, the show's on. It's off. Oh, and it's on again. It's off again.
No. That's when you put that person's phone on block. Once they start blissing, don't they? Once a check slips in comedy, guys, and I've been in it for a long time, and I've called like 3 of them. The best was Chicago, where the nephew came in and bought out the uncle. I'm buying this, and I'm opening up 2 more. I'm going to open up. When he pitched me the club, I'm like, oh, boy, this guy's right out of college. He wanted to mix Studio 54 with comedy, with couches and lights and videos constantly playing and bitches, and he would bring bitches in on Saturday nights, have a party. At the end of the week, it made money because it was a black club. You know how many shows? This is 25 years ago. You know how many shows they do on a Sunday there? 5.
What?
It was D. Ray Davis. That's how long I know.
What time do they start? Noon?
5 in the afternoon.
Oh, my God.
If you were in Chicago, they made you stay over and do 2 of the shows. They pay you. But the place was packed. Packed.
Damn. Before or after they sold it? Or both?
No, before they sold it.
Okay.
When that kid came in, he had like a business degree. It's so funny. And within 3 months, he had 3 clubs. And they were booming for about 3 weeks. They were all in Michigan. Everybody goes to Detroit. I can't invest $2.8 million in the comedy club with you guys in Sayreville. Do you know what I'm saying? How long are you going to come to the club in Sayreville before you go, I can see the same guy in the city and get a steak at Smith & Walensky? You know what I'm saying? So if we are going to invest in Sayreville, let's just get a garage, put some coffee in there, see how it does, and then we'll make it grow. If we need a liquor license, we'll get that along the way. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But a lot of these clubs, and I've seen them, once the checks start bouncing or you hear it, and let me tell you something, there's nobody who cries louder than a comic when a check bounces because they were counting on that.
Yeah.
They already had that spent. Okay? Like anybody else in life, you know, and everybody takes shits in life. Everybody gets shit on and whatever you're starting. But that's one of the things always remember. And it's sad. But there's a lot of fucking money in comedy.
For some people. The crazy thing is, and from my point of view, there's money, but it doesn't come until the very, I'm not anywhere near it.
Right now, if the economy is the way it is, you got to assume comedy clubs, little comedy clubs. I know a club right now that had 2 big names. They're not big names, but they're both names the last 2 weeks. He lost money on both of them.
Because what, the comics cost too much? Or
the price that the agents charge for you. And listen, I'm guilty of that too. You know, my agent isn't going to fucking score me out. I'm old. I don't have time for this shit. Ask them. If they don't give it to you, they don't give it to you. You shake hands and move on. And by you saying no, it makes you stronger sometimes.
And listen,
not doing that.
I love comedy clubs and I need them to be there for me. First of all, between ticket sales, food, and drinks, I don't know if I necessarily believe that they're not breaking even. But even if, let's say, they do lose money, they're making a ton of money when the week before they give me $75 a set, and then they have 80 people in there buying 2 drinks. So they whenever I see a comedy club fail, I'm like, how does that even, how do you really fail?
Somebody's stealing.
Yeah.
Somebody mismanaged the bar. They didn't fucking, John Taffer never went in there. What's that guy's name?
Yeah, John Taffer, something like that.
And that's what the problem. Everybody has a business degree. Everybody read a book. Everybody knows this. My uncle's a chef. Everybody's got something.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody does the number one mistake. Don't do it unless you got the money. Just don't do it. I know they're sending you the money from Europe. It's wise guy money. Your uncle robbed a bank in 1982, and it's been buried under a rock. But for some reason, I got interest. And it's just stupid shit.
Right.
And that's what you see happen. Somebody had a dream, and somewhere along the line, they just, I hate when people call me for a movie and they're going to pay you $100 and they tell you it's my story. I optioned my own book. And you're like, why are we doing this? You want me to jump out of a window for $100 and get glass on me? Would you do that? Yeah, I would. No, you're wrong.
Right.
I went to acting school. I don't consider it much, but Jesus Christ, you're not going to give me this money for this. You got to pay me scale and plus. I see who's on the cast. You know, it's just common fucking knowledge. Don't drag me into your darkness.
Right.
If I earn, you earn. So this is how I like comedy clubs. Let's do this. Lee, I'm bringing you in for 4 shows. Lee, we used to do 6 fucking shows here 5 years ago.
I know.
We're down to 4 shows, maybe.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe, okay?
Usually 2,
so
3.
what I'm going to do is this. I like you. I'm going to give you 100%.
Right.
If we sell out, I'll give you a little taste. If I get these 30 a night, the comedy club has lost the late night crowd since the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
People complain about diners and restaurants and this and that. Guess what else lost it? 9 o'clock comedy shows. That's over with. Your comedy show has to be 7:30. That's it. People want to go home, Jack. And guess what? Me too. I don't blame them. I'm not mad at people. For years, remember New Year's, Lee? Tell these fucking animals. Did I ever do New Year's countdown? I used to give away money.
7:30 or 8 o'clock. Your whole sales pitch would be home by 10 o'clock.
10. Come on, you remember that? 7:30 at the Ice House with that dude you guys met. 7:30, New Year's. He'd go, why? Don't you want to do 10:30? Not if you paid me. What do you want? What am I going to make different for you? What am I? Dick Clark? I'm going to go up there 10, 9 with this. Listen, go home. I'm getting you jazzed up so you have if you're a man, this is a perfect idea. Oh, yeah, it's a 7:30 show. Where are we going to go, honey? The fuck? It's the new year. You're going to drag me out to be rubbing shoulders with foreigners and ice and fuck that. Take me home. Let's get a gram of J.O. Let's get a gram of pink cocaine. Let's get everything.
Yeah, and have a party at home.
Yeah, have a party at home. Yeah. But if I'm going to keep you out till 1, now she's tired. I'm so tired. The drinks I had at the bar, sitting there, it was warm in there. Nah. I'm not letting you get to that part, bitches.
No.
I'm cutting that game off. I'm picking you up at 5. Yeah, that's it. Nobody wants to do a second show. So you've lost. Comedy has changed a lot, people. And maybe ticket prices go up for that because it's less shows. See, I don't know.
Well, yeah, but even then, even for one-nighters, I've seen people charge $40 or $50 a ticket. But it sucks. I'm so in next month, I'm gonna be in Boston with Josh Wolf, but we're doing Thursday, Friday. I haven't done a Thursday, Friday, Saturday in in a year. It's usually Friday. It's been a lot of Friday, Saturdays, and honestly, it's been a lot of one show Friday to Saturday.
And I know for a fact that the clubs got lazy and don't want to take a chance because you and I have discovered something. If you're not doing Thursday night, you got no momentum for the weekend.
Right.
In the car business, they say down payment is where I get you, George. George, I know you can make more than $250. Come on. How much can you get me by 3 o'clock this afternoon? Well, if I call my grandmother, I may be able to get another $250. There's always more money.
Right.
Okay, and that's why Thursday nights is just the smartest move in comedy. Because if I get 100 tickets, I give away 150. Nobody needs to know. Not even the comic.
Right.
Pay him for the 150.
But even then, honestly, as a comic, I would either much rather make the same amount of money and have the place full, or instead of having the $30 ticket and having 30 people there, have a $10, $15 ticket and have 80 people. I would much rather.
Something. Let's get to something right now. Do you want the audience that drops their pants? What did I learn at the Brea Improv? I raised my ticket price, and also I started selling tickets. And in today's market, let me tell you something. Put your tickets low. Watch how people stay away for a few weeks. They think it's a fucking scam because they're so used to paying. Now, I don't want to charge what this guy charges.
Right.
I don't need that.
But you're also at a different level than me.
No, not you. I'm even talking when I go out.
Okay.
People say to me, you're not doing your prices. Right now, Lee, you're at a tough place in your career. You're at a tough place. Now, I told you a couple of weeks ago, you need to get into the commercial business. Mm-hmm. It's time to get an acting agent because comedy is too hard to go through the front door. So you're going to give it a shot what I told you. You got to go through the back door. God forbid you book a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. God knows. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? I was walking through a hallway. I just bombed an audition, and I saw a fucking thing for basketball. And the lady goes, no, I didn't even see it. I was walking by. She goes, are you here for the audition? I'm from North Bergen. I'll do whatever you need at this point.
Absolutely.
I got $3 in my pocket, and I owe $100,000. What do you need for me to do? She gave me sides. I read them. I went in. Next thing you know, I'm fucking on a set with the dudes who created South Park. I didn't even know what South Park was.
Right.
Okay? I didn't have no idea. I'll never forget. I was living in a hotel room from where I ended up living with my wife in Hollywood for 9 years. It was across from that place. We discussed it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a nasty hotel. You could only live in there for 3 weeks at a shot. And I was on the second floor one day, just in the room, like 2 PM, smoking a cigarette. And they're like, "Does Joey Diaz here?" Like, I kept hearing, "Joey, that's me." It was like the Rocky apartment. Like, is there a Joey Diaz in the building? The phone was in the hallway. And I came downstairs. It was I came downstairs. It was my manager, "Joey, you got the movie." "What movie?" "What are you talking about?" "Yeah, you got the movie Basketball."
Fantastic.
I'm paying $39 to live in this place. And I could only pay 3 nights at a shot. The fourth night was always, maybe I could go to the store and rob a cell phone or something like that. Seriously, this is honesty talking to you guys. And I walk down those stairs, pick up that phone, and Ken Phillips, God bless his soul, says, "You got the movie." He goes, "You need to join SAG. It's $2,500. I'm paying $39 a night for a hotel." He goes, "But they're paying you $5,500 a week for 3 weeks."
That's amazing.
Hold on 1 second. I'm banging my head on the phone. What did you just say? What did you just fucking say? 5,500. So I'm shooting every day. I don't know, Joey. Just wait till they get you there. I'm hanging up that phone and just going up to the room and going. So you never fucking know.
Yeah. And it's
okay. You never fucking know right now. And once people saw me in that, nobody really talked to me, but 3 or 4 people talked. And you need 3 before you get 300.
Mm-hmm. And it's nice because I've been in New York for a year, and I'm finally starting. There's a few people who are like popping up who are finally in my corner. Like there's this one guy who's a sweetheart. He used to be a manager at Rodney's. Just got hired as a manager at a club that is like my dream club to be in this year.
Which one?
A New York Comedy Club. He used to run Williamsburg. Like I'm doing St. Mark's with him on Thursday.
And that's what happens.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
Now you're gonna meet people that were kind of starting out. You were gentle to them, and every time they grow, you grow a notch. And that's gonna be forever now. Because that guy's gonna leave that club and take over a film production company. And some days when I call you and go, "Lee, I might have a role for you as a plumber."
He writes movies, actually.
So
speaking of him,
you think you're dealing with?
Oh yeah, Mike's a fucking
These
killer.
motherfuckers don't know that, man. It's a weird world, but it all starts on that fucking stage. Don't ever go crazy on me. It all starts on that stage. I don't want people putting words in my mouth. It all starts on that stage.
Right.
I need to get you in a club to grill it out 7 nights a week at 11:15 at night.
I'd love it.
I don't want you there at 9. I don't want you there at 10. You have to start earning to move forward. Okay? And that's going to teach you how to grind. When you sit there and watch the 2 comics before you, one of them eats shit, and the other guy don't even have a fucking clue. And now before he goes off the stage and brings you up, 8 people get up and walk out. That's what you need to learn.
What do you mean before you get up? As you're walking on stage, they're fucking.
As you're walking on stage, they're pushing you over to get off. That teaches
Let me the fuck out. Yeah.
That teaches you balance, because right away I don't want you to go on stage and go, "Oh, they hate Jews," something like that.
Right.
That's the education now for you.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years of that grinding shit, where fucking somebody comes in like, "I'll find out what time you go up, and I know you have a set after that. And I'll come in right when you're going up and do a guest spot." And do 35 minutes to keep you in the back sweating up a storm. "I got a spot up on that." Fuck you. You're losing this 15 and the 15 you were making at that club. Why? Because Big Daddy Kane came to rumble your world. Because I need to rumble his world. He don't get his world. None of these young comics get their world rumbled.
Yes, we do.
And it's a pleasure to do it, and they grow more than anything. It's not about you. It's about them. You got to put them in a bad fucking position. How do you eat? When you ate pussy, anybody there coaching you?
Never.
No, she put that monkey in your face and straddled you, and that clit's right there like a piece of wonton. You could either bite it straight ahead, or you could go sideways and wear a neck brace like a Jew and heat for a month. You know what I'm saying? So You're there, not me.
Right.
You're there, not me. You're not going to learn by going up at 9:30 in front of the prime audience. Hey, it's late. No, you're going to learn by fucking going up on stage and you see a guy under the table working his own nutsack and you're like, and you got to keep your composure. The first time I saw that dog, I didn't know what, like instant composure to fly off the stage and kick him in the mouth. But I had to look at the guy and he's sick. What do you want me to do? He's up there torching his balls while you're on stage.
I haven't had that. I have had a couple make out during my show, like fucking go at it.
Don't worry. You should have joined in and did a threesome.
Oh, I did call him out on it, which was great.
That's where you fucked up, right there. When people are swapping spit, you call a timeout and you creep while you sleep up to them and you put the phone on. You Instagram it and you go, hello. And watch him pop up. If he hits you, you get 50,000 from the club and from him. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to be a Jew, be a Jew. That's all I ask.
I'm doing what I can.
All right, where you at this week?
This week I got a good week. Tuesday night I'm at Luxor Lounge. Thursday I'm at St. Mark's early, then with you at the dojo, and then the big ones this weekend, Friday, Saturday, I'm at the Philadelphia Punchline with Josh Wolf.
Oh, shit. All my Philly peeps, come out there, support Lee. The
great.
Eagles won last week and you're happy. You know what I'm saying? When the Eagles win, it's a good town. When they lose the week before, I don't know. People walk around angry as shit.
No, they'll be
fuck
happy.
You looking at? You a Met fan, motherfucker? I think the NBA season starts this week.
Soon, yeah.
Really? It's not the 21st. They broke my fucking heart. All right, well, I got nothing going on. I got the dojo with these guys on Thursday. Then Halloween week is off. We're going to find some hole to do comedy at. Then the following week, November 5th, is sold out at the Dress Factory. And then we're in Washington, D.C. on the 8th. What's the name of the place? MGM National Harbor. Are you kidding me? Or what? Then we come back to Philadelphia. Dun, 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 dun. Chino! Dun, dun. I love you, motherfuckers. Stay black. Have a great week. Lee, it was always a pleasure seeing you.
Good to see you.
Look,
buddy.
you had the little retarded hoof up when I looked over at you. I caught you. It was one hoof up. You were right. You were ready to fucking go backwards on me to autism
I wish
camp.
I could. I wish I
1978.
could.
All right. I love you guys. Have a great week. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next week. Stay black. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here with his fucking trusted Cato for another fun-filled episode of the Church of What's Happening Now, new edition. It's Tuesday, the 14th of October. Are you kidding me? Or what? Wednesday, it'll be halftime already, and that puts you at 2 months from Christmas.
Halftime what?
Halftime of October.
Oh.
The 15th. What the fuck do you think I'm talking about? Halftime.
I have no idea.
And the 15th is also the anniversary of my fucking savior. When I walked in the door, my wife told me she wanted to get separated and divorced. That's what the anniversary is, October 15th. 35 years ago, that bitch cut me loose. Thank God.
Do you write these dates down?
Yeah. Just to see what the fuck I am every year at this time.
Yeah, but how do you remember, like, from
I
30
remember
years
all
ago?
the crucial fucking dates, okay? I remember all the important dates, sentencings, shit like that. Just so you know where you're at. If you don't know, if you don't know your past, you're not going to know your future.
Right, I understand that, but from 40, like now would be easy. Like now you could put it on your calendar if you really wanted to remember it. But in 19 whatever, 90 whatever, that you guys
broke up. Can you
broke
imagine wanting to do something so fucking bad? Like for 3 months, this is all you think about. Like, how am I going to do stand-up comedy? How am I going to do? This came out of left field. When I walked in that afternoon for lunch at 2 PM, and she was waiting for me. And she just pulled up a paper like, what's this? I go, it's a student loan I took out. But look at the bottom. It says paid. What's the problem? Well, you never told me about it. A relationship done. Good. What do you want me to tell you? It's paid. That's it. It's over. Done.
Right.
Well, I don't think this is going to work. Well, fuck. When she told me that, it was like, you ever hit like the Wheel of Fortune? Wheel of Fortune. And you see all these trips and vacations and exotic blowjobs. And then you win like 300. You're like, what the fuck? You know what
Exotic blowjobs.
Yeah, exotic blowjobs and shit like that. So that's why I'll never forget that date.
I guess.
Because it was the luckiest day of my fucking life.
Do you play like the lottery every year? Do you do anything? No.
I hit the lottery when she fucking told me to get out. What the fuck? There's a difference between winning the lottery and living the lottery.
Right.
Big fucking difference, man. And you have to know which one you're doing, whether you're living the lottery or you're fucking winning the lottery. We didn't win shit. We earned the lottery. I didn't win nothing. Nobody knocked on my door and said, hey, this is what you get. Nobody did shit. They just fucking...
You took advantage of the opportunity.
That's it. But before we get started, let's do some ads and let's get this episode because we got a lot to talk about. So we want to get this shit out of the way. We're going to talk to you about probiotics today. What else are we going to talk to them about? A couple things. But we'll be back in 2 minutes, all right? We're back, bitches. All right. We want to talk about something real quick. We were talking when I got here today, and it reminded me of something. And it's what's going on in the world. What's been happening since I was a kid. You know, when I was a kid, somebody, a teacher told me in high school one time, we were talking about drugs. Okay? They were talking about drugs in like a social studies class. I still remember the teacher. And he said that the reason, he goes, yeah, you people think Colombia's sending the drugs in here. It's not the Colombians. It's everybody who's against the United States. It's China, it's fucking Russia, you know, all this shit. And at the end of the day, it's to weaken us. So when they come over to take over, all they got to do is throw a bag of Coke at us. We'll grab the bag of Coke, and that's it. That's I don't know if you people know that. That's a common fucking thing. Right now, if somebody wanted to take over us, we'd be so easy as a country. And it's not because we're divided. It's not because we're politically whatever. It's because we've become so stupid and so factuated with things that don't affect your life. And I don't know if you guys know this. It bothers me to no end. I love waking up in the morning. I love it. Smoking dope and going on the internet and seeing a bunch of people talking about shit early in the morning that doesn't affect their lives at all, doesn't put a dime in your pocket, and doesn't change your life at any level at all. And I love to see when people get fired up for no reason. I'll tell you what I really love is when I go somewhere and they think that's what you want to talk about. Like when it becomes that. Like, so what do you guys think about the Bad Bunny thing? Nothing. There's nothing to think about. But it's really fucking sad that 2 weeks later, I'm still reading about things that Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl. It's a fucking game, okay? I don't know any of you people. I don't know any of you guys in this room. I could look myself in the mirror on a stack of fucking Bibles with Jesus sitting next to me. I have never watched the Super Bowl to see who the musical fucking guest is. I don't care if it's Prince, Michael Jackson, Snoop Dogg. I could give a fuck because it's a medley of songs. It's 8 minutes and they got to do, oh, well, Paul McCartney. I don't want to hear Get Back. I don't want to hear that shit no more. I don't want to hear that shit no more. And the reason why people are bad at Bad Bunny is because the bad fucking last 5 fucking Super Bowls didn't agree with you, the musical guest. And you couldn't say nothing. They couldn't say nothing because that makes you a fucking racist, okay? But now, since he don't even speak English, who gives a fuck? You're watching a game. You're betting the game. You're trying to get a blowjob from some chick at a fucking bar, and you're worried about Bad Bunny. Well, Bad Bunny. And then the things that people were saying, like...
What are they mad? I got to be honest.
Oh, my God. Like, Marky Wahlberg, go back. Here's an idiot that gets up at 4 a.m. every day and makes believe he's a Catholic with all this shit, Get prayed up, What the fuck? That's the biggest bullshit in the world when you got to go on the internet. Get prayed up, Like, I'm going to respect you more because you're a fucking piece of shit Catholic. I don't understand these people. I'm a Catholic, but I'm not a piece of shit Catholic.
Right.
When I was doing bad shit, I didn't go to church. I didn't make believe. I didn't do this shit. And I would never sit in the fucking front and make believe I'm a saint. I sit in the back with the fucking sinners. It's like when you go to a Jew funeral. When you go to a Jew fucking, when you go to a cemetery.
Right.
I don't want to be buried up front with the nice people. Bury me in the back with the Catholics that committed suicide. And the Jews who put a tattoo on that didn't listen. They didn't listen. They didn't listen. I'm not even Jewish, and I won't get a tattoo because of what happens. I'm not even fucking Jewish, but I know. I know. But anyway, I don't want to get people started on the Jewish thing because then they'll come. But it's the truth. Where we're at. 2 weeks now, people are angry about a performer in the Super Bowl. You have to ask yourself. But the good thing about this, what happened to the Epstein list? It's gone. Because everybody's worried about the fucking, this is all they do to you. It's a fucking mental game that you idiots go in and out of every fucking day. It's something else. And if you just focused on your life and your family, it would be so much easier. Like, I'm going to tell you guys something now that I'm ashamed to tell you, and I'll tell you. I didn't know who Charlie Kirk was when he got shot. When he got shot, my wife told me Charlie Kirk got... Charlie Kirk is some dude in the fucking corner of me. I don't even know who Charlie Kirk was.
Right.
I'm not ashamed to tell you that because I don't have time. I don't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk. I'm sorry that he's dead and all that, but you guys know what I'm saying. I don't have time.
But it's not even that you don't... because
I'm so busy in my life.
Right.
And focused on what we're trying to do and on a daily basis. And I look at my daughter and I look at us and what needs to be done. What needs to be fucking done? Not Charlie Kirk. Not fucking the Super Bowl. Not anything. Not anything. I don't understand how people who bitch all day about the price of eggs and, this and the economy and this and that. Well, then focus on it.
Yeah, but that's not fun. It's way more fun to get likes on Facebook.
What's more fun? Hanging out with your buddies. That's Super Bowl. It's a debacle. Who gives a fuck? He's singing Spanish? Lower it.
Is that really what they're upset about?
They're upset about anything that, but who do you want? Who do you want? I mean, because of Black Lives Matter now every year, we got to put on hip-hop. And that's the truth. Now, that's the truth, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed to say it. We got to cater, pander to everybody. The only guy that should have been at the Super Bowl this year should have been a country guy. That's who should have been at the Super Bowl this year. Chris Stapleton and Dua Lipa or something like that. Somebody new. But America doesn't need to see that shit. Whether it's Snoop Dogg doing the Crip Walk, how does that change your fucking life?
50 Cent hanging upside down.
Yeah, hanging upside down. Pink. Her aerobic. She's a singer.
I have to be honest.
If you want to do aerobics and join Circus du Soleil, I don't want to see that. I want to see you play music. But that's not the fucking point. The point is that we're so concerned with things that aren't even on our fucking radar.
Because there's so much free time.
Who has free time?
All these people who are
to jerk off on this shit.
Everybody.
Who has the free time?
And it's only going to get worse because when AI takes over, it's going to be nothing but people with time to be upset online. Because that's all I was thinking about when you were talking about this. Is you've talked for years about when you're doing stand up or whatever. You just don't. I had zero idea they were upset about the halftime show. I didn't even know that was the thing.
Zero. I went to eat dinner the other night, and I heard the bartender ask some people. And I go, even on a fucking Thursday night, this fucking knucklehead. And people were like, oh, well, they had like a 30-minute conversation. And I'm like, this is fucking sad. Meanwhile, there's a hot chick at the bar with her pussy on fire, and nobody's paying attention to her. It's been... And for a guy like me, it's very hard because I've lived my life not giving a fuck.
Right.
Not even listening to what you have to say. I really could care less. When people call you with, you're from 8 to 4, you're doing business. Even when I'm in the gym, I'm thinking about who I got to call. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when I get up in the morning, there's a window and I do my writing and you go on the internet, whatever, you read, whatever the fuck. But after that, everything I'm doing is preparing for my day. Like I get mad at my wife. When I go in the shower, I don't want nobody in the bathroom. Don't be in there finishing up your hair. My wife has a problem that if I tell her I'm going to go take a shower, all of a sudden she needs to go in that shower. And I'll tell her, get the fuck out. I love my wife, 25 years, I respect her. But she doesn't understand. When I walk into that shower, I'm thinking. I'm not thinking, so what are you going to do? Where's the brush? I don't fucking know. I'm worried about how we're going to pay bills this month. Okay, I don't know so on that morning, that shower, I don't talk to nobody. Once Mercy leaves, there's nothing to talk about. I walk upstairs, and in that shower, in that 20 minutes, after I scrub my asshole and my balls and shampoo and brush my teeth, I sit there, and I think about my day, and I think, we were talking about a situation I had with my wife. That happened Friday. I thought about it for 3 days, because usually, I'm from North Bergen, I go down there with a stick. I hit the guy. Do you follow me? So as I got older, after tranquilo, you have to think about things before you attack them. And that's on any level. And this is something that comes with age and wisdom. This wasn't me at 30. Because I know I'm an idiot, and I'll go down there and end up in jail. You know, on the text, he said, I'm calling the police. What would happen if I showed up down there? You know what I'm saying? So I have to think about things. But it took me 3 fucking days, and then I ran it through a very close friend of mine that's also friends with him to make sure. And that's the world.
But that's not the world.
Have you ever ran to social media to post something, and then you realize you posted the wrong thing and then get the facts?
Dude.
Why fucking post? Why post anything? Look at my Twitter and my Instagram the last 5 years. I don't post much. Nor do I want to.
I got in trouble for liking a post. I don't want to bring it back up, but one of our friends posted something before we had all the information. I just liked it because I thought it was funny. I got messages that just because I liked it, I should get off the podcast.
Those people should get a life. And that's the problem you have there. That's the problem you have, that nobody has a fucking life anymore. You wouldn't worry about Epstein if you were getting your dick sucked. If you're sitting there every day and some chick is sucking your dick with ice cubes and whipped cream and shoving a finger up your ass, you got no time to worry about Epstein.
Right. Yeah.
You got no time to worry about nothing. You're just worried about that this chick better not have a cavity. She's going to give my pee hole a fucking cavity or something like that. You don't. When you're in love and you're fucking and you're having a good time, you're not thinking about this shit. I see people who have thrown their lives away, focused on something that it's not going to work.
Oh.
Whether it's a sports team, like I had a dear friend of mine that complains about money. A couple of weeks ago, I called him up and I said, I have a show. Swing by, pick up an envelope. I got a game to watch.
Really?
Somebody else, I offered them a gig one night and they told me it was their birthday. I can't call you no more.
I'd love to do a show on my birthday.
I can't call you no more because these are the same people. That bitch. Right now, if I'm half these people on the internet, I wouldn't be on the internet. I'd be fucking working 3. I know a girl that works 3 fucking jobs. I love this girl. She works 3 jobs. Ask her about Bad Bunny. Ask her about Epstein. 3 jobs. To better herself, to open up a fucking gym. She's putting away money. She works 92 hours a fucking week. Okay? And, ask her. She has a goal. I'm thinking of fucking just giving her money because that's what you do when you want something. That's want. That's want. Everything else, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. That's want. My buddy who fucking lost $30,000 on the Super Bowl one year, he left his house at 5 a.m. and he got home at midnight every day for a year, and he paid off that fucking debt. That's life. Ask him about Bad Bunny or what was going on. All he was doing was smoking pot, lifting weights, and working. He got out of that debt. And on top of that, he ended up buying a $30,000 car 20 fucking years ago out of that debt. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't even try to tell me. Don't even fucking go there. Because you're focused on bullshit. You're focused on bullshit. Okay? When I did comedy, I didn't know what you were saying. I lost girlfriends because you do too much comedy. My family comes. You don't want to meet them. I didn't come here to meet your family. Once you cross that pander to either one of those markets, New York or LA, I don't know what you're talking about. Especially if I moved here. I came here for one thing. One thing and one thing only, to be a star. To try to get myself out of a fucking being a loser, fucking North Bergen thief all my life. That's all I fucking knew. That's all I knew. I didn't know about anything else. I didn't know about concerts. I didn't know about what the Mets did. I don't know what the LA Rams did. I didn't give a fuck. And some people, to some human eye goes, you didn't have a life. I didn't want a life. Because not having things is no life.
What do you mean by that?
Not having things is no life. Not having the simple things is no life. But you want to go to fucking the Wingstop, whatever the fuck they go to,
Right.
What's harder? What would you rather? Think about mind fucks all day? Or at least when your roof collapses, you have the money and your fucking family doesn't have to go in the ruins for 6 months because your ruins collecting. But this guy too, the roof collapsed, but he was at a Who concert 3 weeks ago and he bought tickets for a fucking Hall of Fame thing. You have a wife and a kid. It's over. It's over. Let it go. Let it go already. I could give a fuck about a concert, especially once I look at that price tag.
Oh.
I got a chance of making $200 at the dojo or spending $800 to hold hands. Look at this great show. Think about it. 2 people I called that from the dojo gigs. One person told me it was her birthday. The other guy told me there was a game on tonight. My favorite team is playing. He's my age. If you got a favorite team at 40, just kill yourself. If you're still wearing little hats and shirts, right there, just go down to fucking Edgewater and you could jump right off that thing with your Met hat or your Knicks shirt on or your Giant hat on or your Yankee hat. Whatever fucking, mind fuck you've been wasting. You ever read that book? That's my favorite book and I read it every year. And as I'm reading it, I'm thinking about how much of a loser I am every year and how I got the Art of War, the War of Art, not the Sun Tzu one, but the other one.
Stephen Pressfield or something?
David Pressfield. It's all procrastination. I'll do that later. There ain't no later. There ain't no later. There ain't no later.
It feels like there is.
There ain't, because now I'm 62, and it went fast. It went fast. I'm happy I didn't say later. I'm very happy. A lot of things I didn't say later.
You're not sad you didn't go to Comic-Con and dress up? They were all around. Every time I see him, I'm just like, I wish I could get Joey. Like, I need to get those glasses.
If I ever go to Comic-Con, it's to do this country a favor, and it's to get an M40 and shoot them all as they come out of there to press a point, because that's the people who need to be shot as they come out of Comic-Con with their suits on. And we went and got an autograph from my favorite Martian or something like that.
But even my favorite is like they were walking around the city in the outfits.
And that's to tell you how weak New York City is. Weak.
Why? What would happen in the 80s?
I wish 5 Puerto Rican kids beat the fuck out of them and took their uniform and pissed on it. And that's the end of the uniforms.
It's pretty hard to justify.
Those are the kids that go first. They're the first ones that are going to get shot in the ass and fucked in the ass. Comic-Con. We didn't go to Comic-Con. We went to get our dick sucked and to eat Quaaludes. That was our Comic-Con. Okay? That was our Comic-Con. And I'm very proud of that. I am very fucking proud of that. It's like for the last 5 fucking months. Every month we have a weed sponsor on here. Right? Like some fucking weed sponsor, okay? And it's always that Delta 9 and all that other creepy shit, And I don't want them no more. I'll tell you why, because I don't want the clientele that's not doing the drugs that we do here. If you're not doing coke and heroin and fucking reefer, if you're doing like Delta 9s and smoking a vapor, go to somebody else's podcast. I don't want you in my fucking energy anymore.
What would the ad read be for like cocaine? Like if you had to do an ad for cocaine?
Oh, like if we lived in Vancouver, listen, you're sitting there with a finger up your ass, it's time to get out. Blow your money. Tell your mother she sucks. Give her the fucking, tell her you want your early inheritance and start going to orgies, okay? Do something I didn't do. That's what I wish I would have done, gone to more orgies. I never went to an orgy. I never saw 18 people getting fucked at the same time. I never saw anything like that. That's the only thing I regret doing. But everything else, like, do you regret? No, not really. I did everything I wanted to do earlier. I went to the concerts I wanted to see. I saw concerts that will live in history forever. I don't need to go to these fucking concerts now to see these 80-year-olds dancing and wiggling and David Lee Roth with a pickle in his pocket like he's still got a dick with leather pants on at 72. Come on, man. Let it go with the blue hair and the. At one point, just be yourself.
But if you're going to an orgy, don't you have to like participate? Or are you going to be like,
no, I'm going to participate to get HIV. I'm going to get the whole the whole panel. What's that thing that these retarded kids are on the spectrum? I want to be on a disease spectrum. HIV, COVID, and herpes all mixed in one. You get a sore on your lip, a sore throat. It's fucking tremendous. I want them all. I want them all. You know what I'm saying?
That does sound like fun.
It does. It's fun. It's fun. I saw a guy hungover on TV, and I forgot how much fun it was. When you're puking and you got a headache and you're popping aspirins.
You like that?
I haven't had one in 20 fucking years, but I wish I could have one. I wish I could just go do coke one night. Like, I'm 62. What's going to happen now? Nothing. I'm going to die. I can't breathe as it is. Any day now.
Put stuff up your nose now?
Any day I'm going to check into the hospital. Any fucking day now. Could be tomorrow morning I'm going to check in. I can't breathe. When you feel this way, you're like, fuck it. Bust out the cigarettes. Bust out the cocaine. Bust out the syringes. I don't have much time left. And that's where God is unfair, because he doesn't say, hey, now you got 5 years left. Now I'm really going to judge you. Because if God ever came down to me in a bush and said, you got 5 years left.
Right.
You're dying on your birthday when you're 68. Watch my smoke. Watch my smoke. Okay? Watch my smoke at 58. I'll go to the bank and take every penny I got out of there. You understand me? IRAs, I don't give a fuck about retiring. I never thought about retiring anyway, Terry. I will break that fucking IRA, go to the city, get myself one of those hotels where Tony Soprano went, the good ones, for as long as the money lasts. Like,
call me when it runs out.
Call me when it runs out. There's like 32 grand there. At $3,000 a night, I think I'm here for 2 weeks, but I'm not going to make it anyway, okay? My goal is to die in your fucking hotel. I want to do coke. I want that thing when they put the basters up your ass, when they take ecstasy and heroin and mix it, they melt it and they bend over and you put it up your ass with a turkey baster and you get high for days. I'm doing it. Or I'm going to one of Eric's gay parties. I'm going to let a gay guy suck my dick with ice cubes. In his mouth.
Well, what if it's so good you don't want to die now? Like, what if you find out you're gay?
If he plays a trick on me, then I'm going to be pissed.
What trick? Oh, my God.
I think everybody in this life would like to know when God is giving you 3 years left.
Oh, that'd be
For
great.
you to make up your mind how you're going to go. If you want to go surrounded by family and people playing violins and shit, he was a good man. He had a good heart. Or if you want to go fucking with some fat black chick sitting on your face with a midget chick sucking your dick, some guy putting hot air into your asshole with a hot air balloon, anything different, I'm going to do, okay? If I know I got 3 years left.
But do you think you'd still have 3 years left?
Well, I think I got 3 years left right now.
No, I know that, but that's without the coke and the...
I just want to make it official. I don't want to go off the chain in front of my daughter if I'm not going to make it official.
That would be pretty fun. That'd be a fun way to go.
That's the way to go. That's the way. Listen, think about how you're supposed to live your life. Think if everything worked out the way it's supposed to and you put away like 800 grand and you were 60, you had no kids, no grandchildren, no wife. What would you want to do with that 800 grand? You going to leave it to your retarded nephew?
No.
That's a fucking idiot anyway. He's never going to do nothing. What would you do if I told you were dying of cancer and you had a year left and you have $800,000 in the bank account and you don't give a fuck and all your credit cards are clean? That means you could use them all and tell them all to suck your dick because they can't tag them on to somebody once you're dead.
Right, yeah.
You're going to burn through that 800 grand.
Well,
right?
If you have kids, so you have to have nobody.
Yeah, nobody. What would you? How do you want to die? In a boat?
Oh, a boat would be fun.
Fuck that. You want to die in a plane crash while you're doing coke with the pilot and you're getting fucked in the front and the pilot's got his back turned to the fucking skies and she's a chick and she's jumping up on top of you and you're like, the plane's going to hit a building. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? We're going to hit the 9/11 building. Hit it again. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Think about all the things you'd do differently if you knew you had an expiration date and how we live so fucking careful as pussies. And that includes me. I'm the biggest fucking pussy in the world. I'm the biggest pussy in the world because I got scared. You know, I don't think I'll do coke again because I made a promise. But I wouldn't mind doing a line of heroin.
Heroin does, like, that's the one I think I'd like. Well, Molly I want to try, but Molly I want to try even if I'm not dying.
Again.
What?
Why play with the little drugs when you get.
I don't think Molly's a little drug.
Molly's a little drug compared with H. That's God's love. That's God's love. You know what I'm saying? When
but if I want to do it, I want to.
And you're sitting there like I saw a movie of a guy getting shot in 2 arms by heroin, and he was getting his dick sucked in the Village. Louis Pinero, what's his name? Fucking the guy that wrote Cuba and his teddy bear. There's a movie about him, and there's a scene where he's got a syringe in each arm, and some chick is sucking his dick, and I'm like, man, that's the way to go. Like Jesus, like that, like getting your dick sucked with 2 syringes in your arms and a blowjob. That's what Jesus should have done. That's how I would have fucking gone out of this motherfucker.
A blowjob really does fix almost anything.
No, it makes everything a lot better.
Yeah.
You think about it. But not even, listen, we're being, I'm getting silly here now, but it's the truth, man. We don't live, we live so cautiously. And I'm the number one guy because I had a daughter that I live a little cautiously. Because that's the only thing that saved me the last couple of years. Because now in my mind, even if I did time, how much time am I going to really do? So if I'm going to blast you, I'm going to fucking blast you now. It's not going to be a punch to the head. I'm going to hit you with a table, and hopefully you're going to need psychological help in the past, squeezing the ball or something like that. Because when I go, I want to go.
I do. Do you have that? I've had, like, if everything goes to shit, I'm going to kill, like, 3 people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, love it. On the way out, just to go. Come here. Remember this? Bah!
Yeah.
Remember that time you fucking got cute? This is what you're getting now. But it's just so weird how, if there was ever a time, like they're saying, like I was watching 60 Minutes last night. Anybody watch 60 Minutes last night?
No.
About that, a plane in New something, Boston, got hacked. The little water department got hacked by the Chinese.
Damn.
And how the Chinese is going to start hacking little things to get to the big thing. And you're saying to yourself, and every day we're dealing with Chinese people, whatever. But you have to say to yourself, this is the time to invade us. Like they're taking over our country with farmland. Mm-hmm. They're starting to buy a lot of farmland. Some of it is to grow they have us confused that they were bringing slaves over here and growing weed. Did you hear that?
I heard about that.
Did you hear up in Boston?
And then, in Maine. In Maine, they have a bunch of shit. And
bunch
then,
of Asians.
Am I wrong? Did I hear that Cotter or whatever, where whoever gave us that plane is opening an Air Force base? Or is that like a fake? Yeah. Is that real?
I don't know.
How the fuck, dude? And then we were talking about stuff that doesn't matter. I haven't finished it yet, but have you seen that documentary on HBO Max about the Alabama prisons?
No.
That shit is fucking crazy. They just let guards kill people in there. And there's stuff that does matter that people don't want to talk about.
No, but they rather talk about Bad Bunny.
Right.
And how he's going to ruin this and ruin that. And it's just, I've been watching this for years. Listen, I'm going to be as honest as I can with you guys. I have a GED. I have no fucking family. Education is whatever I've learned on the street. I got a master's degree. But as far as what people talk about, I don't know anything. Mm-hmm. I really don't know anything. Guys, it was all a joke till I did something with my life. Then it wasn't. Do you know what I'm saying? So when I talk to people now and they're stale or I feel bad for them because even I managed to do a little something, whether it doesn't matter to the world. I'm not talking about jokes or being funny. I did something else besides be a criminal, besides rob people. I wanted to do something else. That was cool for a while. It's really cool to rob people, have a good time and take their drugs. But then and that was cool for a while. But ever since I started getting, and I can't say success, because there's no success. Since I started becoming a productive member of society. What's a productive member of society? I pay my taxes. I don't give cops a hard time. I pick up litter. And you try to be as nice as you can to people. That's it. That's the bottom line of productive member of society. And I think I've done that. I think I've achieved that, if not anything else. Okay, which gives you in this country ugats. That means I don't deserve nothing because you're supposed to go that and above. We're supposed to serve our country. We're supposed to do something. I did none of those fucking things, okay? But for me to be able to get up in the morning and dictate my day is bad for everybody else. Because if I could do it, what the fuck were you thinking? What the fuck were you thinking? Not you, Lee.
No, I know you're not yelling at me.
You understand how I look at things? Like, what the fuck were you thinking? What were you thinking about?
I'm not sure if this is what you're talking, but to me, I think there's a lot of people. I think it's the trap of the day job. I think a lot of people don't, like you said, dictate your day. Most people, 90% of people in this country have 80% of their time is spoken for between work from 8 or 9 to 5. They have kids' activities, and then maybe Saturday you have to do errands. So maybe Sunday you get to watch. Like most people in this world,
can you
they
fucking
have no
imagine?
control.
Like I had a life that I worked Monday through Friday. Saturday I watched my daughter, and Sunday went to the in-laws' house. That was my life before comedy. Great life, if that's what you want to do.
Right.
But now, you want to do comedy. You feel in your bones. When you wake up at 8 in the morning and they hit you with a problem, what's the first thing you say? It's okay, because in a month, I'm not going to be doing this no more. In 3 months, I'm not going to be doing this no more. So even while you had a day job, you were still thinking about your future. I admire that girl very much that I was talking to you about. She's maybe 26. She cuts hair. She personal trains. And then she teaches Pilates after she cuts hair at night.
Damn.
Because she wants to open up her own gym and Pilates, thing like that. But even at 26, she made a conscious decision that this is what I want to do. I could never do that. I was not that together at 26. I was just getting out of prison for some stupid shit. But even that in the back of your mind, you're digging a trench. But you're saying, you know what? I'm going to take this money and open up a taco place. I'm going to start with a cart and then move into a little room. And then from there, open up a restaurant. People not doing that no more. And people are stuck in a day job. I get that. But again, the word is stuck. How long does it take you to realize that you're stuck? And once you realize that, how long does it take you to go, I got to do something about this? This is not what I signed up for. When you look at the big picture of life, I'm not talking about me growing up in North Bergen and oh, well, you made it if you're at the MWA, whatever the MUA, whatever the fuck, you know, like you got a pension and, you know, you got 3 weeks vacation, and that's what they sold you. They never sold me what was across that fucking river. Nobody did. Nobody ever sold me that was a world class for what I wanted. I wanted to be in entertainment. I thought I did at that age. I just didn't know what would have pushed me. Who knew? Nobody told you follow. So we get caught up in our own little direction. Like, let's say you grew up where Terry grew up. You ever go where Terry lived? You ever go where Terry grew up?
Yeah.
It's 2 hours out of Nashville. It's farms. Guess what? Nobody gets out of there. Nobody gets out of there. What happened was when America started shitting on America and selling all their fucking, gave everything to fucking, you know, the Indians to do, that area really fell down, like Buffalo, like Cleveland, like Cincinnati, like that was the fucking American, you know, Pittsburgh steel,
industry,
you know, industry. But then they took all that. So to be stuck in those towns right now is harder than it was when there was that industry, because at least you had something. You didn't have a lot of education. Your parents didn't come from much, but you're making $22 an hour in this fucking industry that's.
You could support a family.
Yeah, you could support a fucking family. But if you get stuck there now, you know, Terry got out of there and went to Memphis, which is no fucking. And then from Memphis, she went to LA, you know, and you look at people's progressions. And I was progressing, but I was being I was just going from one place to another to be a loser there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're traveling.
Why be a loser in North Bergen when I could be a loser in San Francisco for a few months and get chased by the cops there? Oh, I ran out of time there. Let me go to Seattle and be a loser now. You know, some people go to places with commitment, with something. I had nothing. I was just going there because the cops were looking for me. The other day I bought sneakers at a Foot Locker.
Okay.
I went to the Menlo Park Mall. There was nothing to do. I was sore. I'd already worked out. And I go, you know what? I want to go to Menlo Park Mall and see what they got. And I went to the Menlo Park Mall and I bought sneakers at Foot Locker. And I started talking to the black girl. She was cool as shit. And she's like, she's like, I can't believe you're a comedian and shit. You've been in movies. I go, but I worked at Foot Locker for 6 months. And she goes, what are you talking about? I could never see you working at Foot Locker. I worked at Foot Locker until I robbed the place.
I was going to say.
Dog, and I told her the story. I go, I had this job. I couldn't find a job in Boulder. And I got these credit cards. And I was using them. And one day I applied at Foot Locker. And after I used the $20,000 in credit cards, Foot Locker actually called me one day. And they go, do you want a job? And I'm like, yeah. We started part-time. And after like the first week, I sold like $10,000 of sneakers. They go, we'll keep you part-time, but you're going commission.
Nice.
And then I fucking loved it. I was just going into the cell. The other guys got high. There was a black guy. There was a white guy named Rich. I always loved Rich. He was my dog. And I was in there 3 months, 4 months, and finally one day some Chinese lady comes in with a bunch of kids, like 8 kids, and she leaves her bank withdrawal envelope sticking out of the purse. And I look at it, and the kids are trying on sneakers, and she's at the other place, and I just go, fuck it. And I take the envelope and put it in my pocket. She bought like $2,000 in sneakers for these 8 fucking Chinese kids. And all of a sudden, she can't find the money. I hid the money in a shoebox in the back because I knew this was going to get ugly. So this bitch left and came back with like 10 cops. And they cornered us all and they asked us questions. And everybody said the same thing. The store was fucking packed. If she came in here with an envelope, it must have fell out or somebody took it. She kept saying it was one of the staff members. And we're like, no, we weren't. But I took that motherfucker. Well,
I just have this image of you in the referee.
Oh, I had the referee suit with the fucking whistle. You know me, I'm a half a fruitcake. And fucking, while I'm talking to the cops, this one cop is looking at me. Keeps looking at me. I'm like, why is this motherfucker looking at me? And after they all left, this guy came back and he goes, can I talk to you for a second? He goes, somebody's been using a credit card in this mall, and you fit the description. I go, I don't know what you're talking about. I work at Foot Locker. I don't even have a fucking credit card. And the guy's like, no, we're working on the sizes now. If you know anything about this, do you want to talk about it? And I go, I don't know nothing. I work at a fucking Foot Locker part-time. That's all I know. And the guy kept bugging me. I'm sure that you, okay. Next day I went back in. This motherfucker came up again. This time with a detective, and he's like, we want you to tell us. They had no cameras back then.
Right.
That's the only thing that saved me. They had no cameras. So they were like, you fit the description. Do you want to go to a lineup? And I go, am I arrested? No, I'm not going. I'm not going to a fucking voluntary lineup. Go fuck yourself. I know my fucking rules, okay?
Why would you say yes to that?
Yeah, and then the guy came back the next day. Again. He's like, we want to talk to you. We're working on the sizes. You bought a lot of clothes. Whoever used this card bought a lot of clothes. I had suits. I had fucking pants.
You were wearing the pants?
Oh, I looked like a fucking model. I was buying so much. Dog, that credit card would never cancel. I would throw it away and then need something and go back 2 weeks later, take it out of the weeds and use it again. I'm like, oh my God, they still haven't canceled this thing. I was buying TVs, Scarface tapes.
And you kept all of it for yourself?
In my house, in a little room like a fucking Puerto Rican. I had everything in that room. Everybody else was living with one TV. I had a TV in there, stereo, fucking everything. And then that motherfucker came to my house one night. And he goes, hey, man, we're going to get a warrant and search your house and all this. But you can make this easier and you're coming with us. I'm like, I don't know how many times I got to tell you. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But now you're starting to get on my nerves. So get the fuck off my balcony. And he got off his balcony. I knew the next day it was going to be heat. I ran downstairs and told my girlfriend the cops are coming. I'm going to San Francisco. She goes, I'm coming with you.
Oh, my God.
I go to San Francisco.
Why would he give you the heads up?
Because he's an idiot. He thought I was going to fucking, he was an idiot. But here's what gets better. I leave for 6 months, and then I leave for a year. And I come back. And I'm driving one day on Boulder, and I didn't know that, you know those school signs that say you have to, with the lights on, 20 miles? I didn't see it. And I got pulled over by a cop, and he gave me a ticket, and I had a warrant for like some ticket. And they took me in, and the guy found weed on my sock. And it was great. We had a conversation. I'm walking out. I saw the other cop. And he looked at me again. And he didn't say nothing, right? So fucking maybe, I don't know, 6 months later, I get in trouble for kidnapping that dude, and he's the head detective now. He got promoted to detective, but he never remembered. That idiot never fucking remembered. I was sitting in court with him going, when is this guy going to turn around and go, this is the guy that was wanted for credit cards in 1985, but he never. And every time I'd see him, he'd go, you look familiar.
No, I don't. You're like his great white whale. Like
he fucking hated me because there was 2 cops that I turned myself into. One of them I got along with. And then in time, I got along with the other guy. The other guy hated me so much, he even showed up at my disposition for my divorce.
For your wife or ex-wife?
For my wife, with her when she came with her husband. She showed up over there to say I was a creep and shit, and I just laid into him. I'm like, Your Honor, this guy couldn't arrest me if he wanted to. You know, like, I don't know, because even the judge asked him, what are you doing here? And then the judge was my sentencing judge. He was now in civil court. So when he came in, and then my wife started talking shit, the judge is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. 3 years ago, you were in here singing his praises.
Right.
That he sang your songs at dinner and shit. Now you're coming in here saying he's an animal? It ain't going to work. And you, Mr. Police Officer, you can take your fucking rhetoric out of here. And he fucking was furious. So when we left in the court hall, in the courtroom, I started saying shit to my wife. That's when I finally beat her. That the judge said to you, I'll give you, every time she doesn't give you the kid, she gets $1,000 contempt of court. And she started crying. So when I walked out of there, I started going off on her. How's it feel now, motherfucker? Doesn't feel too good, you fucking bitch. And the boyfriend kept turning around. I'm going, tell him how I used to put carrots in your ass and how you liked it. Dog, it was prime North Bergen. You don't want to piss us off at all because our mouth goes somewhere you've never seen it. She was crying. I'm like, tell him how I fucked you in the ass with carrots. And even the cop turned around. He's like, don't talk to her that way. Fuck you too. You got no jurisdiction here. Shut the fuck up. You're in a parking lot, motherfucker. And I kept yelling at her, how those carrots? It got to the point where he walked away from her. I was saying so much shit that her husband was walking away from her like, I don't know about these carrots.
You know, every time they see a carrot now.
And then as we were getting close to the car, I go, she don't like big carrots. She likes the medium ones, John. And cut the tip off so you could put them in her ass easier. He was hot. She was crying, and she was like, press charges. And the cop's like, there's nothing I could do. And I'm like, that's right. How you like me now, motherfuckers? I got Bellapani. What was that judge's name? Bellapani. Judge Bellapani. There you go.
God bless him.
God fuck, he's dead and buried now. But that motherfucker, that's my boy, Judge Bellapani.
Do you think, because I was thinking about when you were talking about like being stuck somewhere, like the fact, because you could have been stuck as a criminal, but like, do you think the fact that like you went through like failure and hardship, like you're able to bounce back more than like someone who maybe had it, like things were going well, but then the first time they hit failure, it's too much for them and they stop? Like, do you think because you went through all that shit, like you were more used to it or like you were able to deal with it better?
With the failure?
Yeah.
When I got into comedy, I knew one thing, and this is when I'd done so many things at my age, and I was a loser at all, except stealing. And I could sell a little bit. I could sell cards, maybe I could sell on the phone. That's all I had going for myself. But I remembered making myself a promise when I got into stand-up comedy. I don't know if it was a promise or something, that if I was going to do this, I was going to do it the right way. I wasn't going to rush. I made that perfectly clear, that I had nothing but time, that I was a loser, I had no money, I had no car, I had no family, I had no apartment, I had no real estate, I had no bank account, I had a pager and whatever was in my pocket. But I said to myself, when I do this, I'm going to do this the right way. You know how many times I pulled up to the Comedy Store and there was 10 cases of Jack Daniels with the liquor store would just drop off? And you know how much those cases are?
A lot.
Never robbed them. That's something that I would have done if I didn't make that decision. Mm-hmm. That if I was going to do this correctly, I couldn't start doing comedy and for them saying, last time Joey was here, there was $200 missing. Last time Joe was here, the jewelry got robbed. Last time Joe was here, the cash register got robbed. I couldn't start that again. That was already my MO for years. I wasn't going to let that roll into comedy. If I wasn't good at comedy, that was one thing. That I'm not good at comedy. Then I'm not good at comedy. But I wasn't going to let something that I found out years later, and the expression was, I'm not going to let my character, my shit character, ruin my destiny. So even though I'm a fucking degenerate junkie, I'm not going to let it get in the way of that. I'm going to shoot my whatever the fuck I shoot when I have nothing to do with that. And I'm lying to you there because at times the coke did cross my comedy career, but not to the amount you would have thought it. Like I would have thought the only time ever that it really got in my career was right before I quit. A year before I quit, the Improvs gave me a shot one night. I got into an argument with the guy that runs the Improvs. And the Improv, he goes, you want a shot, motherfucker? We'll give you a shot. So they gave me 2 headline nights in Ontario.
Wow.
Now Ontario's an hour 10 from where we lived in Hollywood. They gave me those 2 dates with the fucking thing that I was not going to have a problem and that I was going to do radio in the morning. Well, I drove all the way to fucking whatever the fuck. Ontario. I check into the hotel, but they never give you a room. They even gave me a fucking room. They're like, we don't want no problems. Just do the radio. Okay. I'm in my room. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, I got to get some powder in me. I drove right back to Hollywood.
Oh, no.
I drove an hour 10 to Hollywood, an hour 10 back. That put me back at 1 in the morning. And I got an 8 ball. I started doing coke till 6 in the morning. And fucking, I missed radio. And I sold like 20 tickets that night. And then they didn't want me to do radio Thursday. They were like, fuck it. You already blew the weekend, so.
Wow.
So I was in the shit list, man. And that's the shit I was doing at the end. But it wasn't like I was canceling shows because I was coked up. None of that stuff.
Did it take you a while to get back in with the Improvs?
Yeah. It took me a couple of years after that. That had to be 2006. And I probably didn't work an improv till like 2010.
Damn. And that's like the big, for everyone, that's like that's like McDonald's or whatever. And
but at the time, there's 4 clubs that, that's 8 weeks. That's 8 weeks of work.
Just in California.
Just in California. Never mind Houston, all the other shit. But yeah, it took them like 3 or 4 years for me to get back in their graces.
But the old you would have had the crime, the coke, all of it mixed together. At least you
all of it. You never knew what's going to happen when he has a gig. I get into a fist fight, somebody get hit, a case of booze gets robbed. It was one of those things. And you know how old that gets with people? That's cute for a little while. For a little while, you're like, fucking Joey's a nut. Fucking guy robbed a case of beer, did this. Eric Rocha called me before. Mm-hmm. And he was telling me a story. He goes, I don't know if you remember this. Remember the time in Oxnard you worked all weekend? And the guy told you on Saturday night he was mailing you a check? I didn't remember that story. And I told the guy, you're not mailing it. You're going to give it to me tonight. And the guy's like, I don't care. I did my job. Go do yours. Figure it the fuck out. I got pissed. I was like, you better have my money. So I don't know what you got to do. Go in out of the room and call whoever you got to call. I'm not leaving here till I have my money. And I called my agent. I'm like, I'm not leaving here. And they're like, Joey, they don't do it that way. I'm telling you how I fucking do it. I don't give a fuck how they do it. This is not unacceptable. This is unacceptable. I do a job for you, $13,000, and really, this is unacceptable.
But back in, how would have old Joe, like, would you have taken it in the coke crime days? Like, would you have just dealt with it?
I would have thrown him through a fucking wall.
That's
like
also an option.
Like, how do you think I became friends with Gabriel and those guys? You heard what Gabriel and those guys said about me when I taped it? I almost drew that manager through a wall on St. Patty's Day. No, Valentine's Day, because he called me because I got $500 for you. And I went up there with my wife to eat. She was my girlfriend at the time, so I could take her out. And this motherfucker's like, I got a check for you. I go, no, you don't. It was like fucking when Chaz told him, now you can't leave. No, you don't have a check for me. You have cash for me. And the guy's like, I don't know what to tell you. I know what I'm going to tell you. Go get that fucking cash. Because I got coke on my mind. Okay? And I'm not leaving here without my fucking cash, or you're going to pay for the Coke. And people will look at me and go, what the fuck? Yeah. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't, and I used to, and I loved one person's reaction to my life, and that was Rogan. Because I would say shit in front of Rogan, and Rogan would just shake his head. Motherfucker. I would go off in front of him.
To who?
To the managers, anybody.
When you were opening for him?
Oh, yeah, and Ari would have to pay me. I want my money tonight.
Ari didn't pay you.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
The other opener paid you? And he was just as poor as you were.
Oh, he had tons of money.
Was there commercials day?
Commercials and shit.
Oh, okay.
Kia commercials and shit. I'm like, somebody got to pay me. That's $750. It's a Saturday night. $750 is little to you. It's a lot to me.
Yeah.
And I need this money tonight. So.
And now I would love to see them try to pay you with like Venmo or all that stuff. Like I constantly get paid. You know what was one of my favorites? A couple weeks ago, they did a bucket they were passing around. The guy came and gave me 5 singles. I was like, why even? I don't want this now. Like, but he folded it up 5 singles.
Speaking of a bucket, I did one of those shows once.
I've done a couple of them.
And I wasn't going to take the cut. I just put my hand in the bucket and took it. The guy goes, you left without getting paid. I know, I'll catch you next time. He didn't know I'd taken $250 out of the bucket. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to wait for your bucket.
Oh, that's I hate that. The bucket. I did one in San Francisco that like they make you wait at the end of the show and like it's like you're paying. It's like you're the Santa at Christmas.
I'm doing that.
Oh,
there was a guy in San Diego, that idiot that's on he thinks he's a big producer now. He used to run a show in San Diego. This is how crazy people get. He used to run a show in San Diego where old people get bussed in and they would all live on donations and shit. And he would always bother me. How do I get into the comedy store? And then something happened. He got on a show about selling houses. And he thought he was fucking, And one day he called me. He's like, I really want you to be my show. Can you come to an audition? And I'm like, Sean, are you fucking retarded? Either you give me that or you don't.
An audition for a comedy show?
Like a fucking real estate show.
Oh,
one of those shows where they flip houses.
I would love to see you flipping a house.
No, I'm not flipping a house. I'll steal the house. I'll rob the house. I ain't flipping no fucking house.
Oh, you could do a show about like squatters. You could go like set someone up for squatting.
Listen, I don't know anything about that. If I do a show, it's about getting my dick sucked or rolling joints. That's the only show I'm doing. I'm cutting lines or how to make free base. I don't want to do nothing no more, okay? Nothing.
How to make free base.
People don't even call me no more. I got auditions. I don't even get callbacks. And guess what? I don't even give a fuck. It's who I am now. I'm sick. What do I expect? The only thing I can depend on right now is us going and doing stand-up comedy. I love it again. I fucking love it.
That's awesome.
I love getting a bit.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Once you get a bit and you can build on that bit and take your time, stand-up becomes a fucking paradise. I got a ton of shit lined up for next year, even fucking Netflix.
Nice, dude. And how long did it take? Because at the beginning, I don't think you ever hated it, but you didn't love it, I don't think.
After the pandemic, it was tough to love anything. You know? I was burnt out, Lee. I was fucking burnt out, man. And I didn't know it. Sometimes you don't even know what level you are. And I'm burnt out today still about some shit. Like, you just burnt out. I can't take chit-chatting. Like my agent called me, all right, Netflix, all right. So what do you want to do about a second show? Let's just book the first show. But they're going to, just get the first fucking show. End the story. I don't want to hear it. I don't have time for this shit. I'm going to die any day. I'm 62. I don't have time to go back and forth. And just fucking get the date, get the fucking deal, and then we'll worry about the second show. We're going to hold them off like there ain't no second show. And then it sells, then we pop the second show. So we take them off their fucking thing. But in our world, there's no second show.
Right.
You follow me? It's a fucking process. It's a fucking mental game for them. If we drop our pants right off the bat, then we got nothing. Why drop your pants? Play with them a little bit. You got one show.
Right.
We'll take it from there. Get the numbers right on that one show, and then there's a second show. But if the numbers ain't right, what are we talking about here? It's like when people call you up. So what are we going to do in December when we go to Florida? I don't know. I don't really fucking know. I'll tell you December 10th when we leave. I'll tell you. But for us to sit here for an hour and discuss, what if you break your leg? Now we're not going to Florida. Now we just wasted 2 hours on what we were going to do. Who gives a fuck? Go get your dick sucked. That's all you need to go. Go do it on stage. That's the 2 hours you had talking to me about nothing.
Right.
Nothing. So when people call you like, yeah, so what are we going to do? I don't know. It's a week away. And right now, tomorrow is all we got. I don't know nothing about Thursday, nor do I want to know about anything.
Most people can't live their life like that. That is one of the nice parts about doing your own thing and doing.
Keep it simple.
It's easier said than done. Though.
Keep it simple.
How do you keep things simple?
By taking the noise out that doesn't matter. And sometimes you have to do this. You ready, people at home? And it's a shitty way to think. But it works for the Jews.
Can't wait where this is.
And it's like, and this is exactly.
No bacon.
And you have to think this in your head all the time. This is what goes in your head all the time. All the fucking time. All the time. All the time. Ready? How is this putting money in my pocket? How is this conversation putting money in my pocket? How am I profiting from this? How is this making me better? That's the thing that's going on. When somebody's telling me about something I don't need to hear, that's what's in my head. How is this making you better? How is this going to work out for you? How? This conversation you're having, where is it going?
Nowhere.
It's like that guy that calls you every week. Okay, I got it together now, man. After the third week, you're like, I don't want to hear it. You couldn't get it together if I gave it to you. You couldn't get it together if I gave it to you. You know, and that's the state of mind. How am I making fucking dough right now? How is this going to my fucking, how is this building on me? I'm at an age where I need a house. I need a car. I need clothes. What you're telling me doesn't do any of that shit. Doesn't do any of that shit. Nothing. And once you level it to that extreme, and it's a horrible way to live, but it'll get you to where you need to go quicker than your fucking stupid system. Because I'm not talking about you or anybody here. I'm talking about your stupid system doesn't work. You want it to work? This is the drive. When you wake up in the morning, how does this affect what my mission is?
Right. It's like, what would Jesus do? But
yeah. How does this affect my mission today? It doesn't. And talking about it doesn't. Doesn't. The only thing that talks about is how I'm going to make it happen today. When you listen, there was a time, and how I know this, when you're addicted to drugs, when you're addicted, George, when you had your little problem there for years, when you woke up in those mornings, what did you think about? Exactly. Did you think about pussy? No. Did you think about your mother or your grandmother? No. Did you think about how you're going to eat? No. And that's the school I came from, the addicted mind. So when you're addicted, why do we act like that? We're addicted to success. But we don't think like that. We don't think like that. We don't wake up in the morning, put our feet down and go, God, thank you for giving me a day. Who do I got to stab in the fucking eyeball to get to where I need to be in my life today? And that's a little, that's a little
over-exaggerated.
Over-exaggerated. What do I need to do today? Not tomorrow, not in the month. Today. That's going to profit me mentally, physically, spiritually. I don't care about Bad Bunny. I really don't care about the Epstein list. Right. People got mad at me when I talked about vacations. Another thing. That everybody thinks they deserve a vacation. No, you don't deserve ugats. You deserve nothing in this life. We earn everything. You don't deserve dick. I don't want to hear about, I'm stressed out. You want to know stress? Stress are those fucking, don't even get me started. You know what I'm about to say. That's stress. What we make in our lives for stress and the excuses we give ourselves are bullshit.
But that word deserve is like, yeah, because no one deserves anything.
Nothing. The bluebird of happiness is not going to knock on your door and give you what you want. Very seldom does that. I was watching the show, that stupid show with the guy from Mad Men. He's got a really good show on Apple.
Oh, when he's a thief?
When he's a thief. And there's a breakdown in that. The woman breaks her life down in that. And it's very interesting to a woman's perspective. Mm-hmm. She goes, I had to let that guy lay on top of me every night for 10 years and do what he wanted with me. I deserved something when he died, you know, like her perspective of shit. You know?
Right.
But it's just so weird how I see more people losing it on a daily basis. Like you cannot, you know, and it's like Josh Wolf was here a couple months ago, and we talked about that time in Hollywood. That time was very special in my life because nobody had anything, including Ralphie May. Nobody had anything. It was 6 or 7 guys trying to make it, and nobody had the answer. But it was one of the most interesting times because we made it. But our whole life at that time, there was no, Ralphie May didn't talk to me about sports or girls or Epstein's list. All we talked about was stand-up in those days. It was like a mini fucking camp because everybody I dealt with was in that world. I didn't deal, unless my coke dealer or something. Everybody I dealt with was in that comedy world.
Right.
So it helped you. You were surrounded with it. You know, Nick and I were talking about a friend of ours, a girl. It's not that she's a loser or that she's an idiot or that she's a fucking dickhead. It's that she's had shit people around her all her life. And she doesn't even know what's real anymore. She doesn't even know what a good relationship is, what a good man is anymore, nothing. Because she surrounded herself with shit from time to time to time to time. This guy cheated on her with a hooker. The guy before was 10 years younger than her and got her pregnant, a Muslim. You know, it's like you're not helping your life.
What is the thing you bring it up a lot? What did Einstein say, or like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over?
Yeah. When I snorted coke every day thinking I was going to get a different perspective, it's insanity. You know, I get up every morning, I smoke pot. I don't think it's that insanity because I don't get the same result every day, you know. I do. I get the result to get the fuck out of the house. That's my result from smoking pot at 7 a.m. That it gets me out of the house by 8:30.
Well, let's play devil's advocate. Do you think, and I know, do you think your life you'd be any more productive? Anything would be more positive if you cut weed out?
Yes and no.
What would be better?
I don't think I'd be productive.
Okay.
Because it keeps my powder dry. I'm at a level right now, I'm not smoking pot because it's getting me high. I'm smoking pot, I'm using it like a fucking pacifier. Okay? Like when kids use a pacifier.
Right.
That's all I do with drugs. That's all I've ever done with drugs. Is there a pacifier? For me, weed is the last thing left from my past. It's the last thing left from my past.
But like you're unique because there are some people who, if they had the same past, doing a little bit of weed could like send them all the way back. Like, have you ever thought like, you know, smoking weed might send you back to doing coke, or it's just not how you act?
No, that's pussy shit. That's pussy shit. That's excuses. Well, if I drink, I'll relapse. Then don't drink.
Right.
And don't drink. I think for me, listen, the pot. Listen, I get pot that's 45%, and I barely get high. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
It's crazy.
You think I eat 500 milligrams? You see what look what you look like on 5, and look what I look like on 5. It's not working.
That's
somewhere
wild.
along. The other night, I took 3 of those things.
Oh,
1,500, and I ate 2 fucking taffies. Okay, and all I got was munchies at night, but not even munchies where it was like I ate. Like my wife made Toll House cookies, and I ate 3 of them. You know, it doesn't. But for me quitting, look, I can't breathe, and I won't quit smoking in the morning because it's the last thing I have of my past. It's the last thing I have as a reminder of what my life was. That's the last little piece. It's just me going to a weed store and smoking dope. Now, if I said I was going to Colombia and coming back with a kilo of coke because it was the last, I'm bullshitting you.
right.
I'm trying to turn. But this weed thing for me right now, after lunchtime when I smoke, nothing really happens. It gets high for 10 minutes. And then if I took a break,
Right.
I'm already taking breaks. Nothing really happens.
But do you think do you think you've also not come to terms with, but like you're okay with, okay, I'm okay with whatever, like if it hurts my breathing, I'll accept that. Because someone could say, well, you know, if you're having trouble breathing, quit weed.
But I had breathing problems without the weed. I quit the fuck. When I went from the hospital, I didn't smoke weed for a month and I still had problems. So I'm like, what are we doing here?
Right.
What the fuck is this? This is something different. This is anxiety-based. There's a valve in my heart. There's something that's not, I have a cyst in my heart that you have to watch every year. Like I've been watching it. They're supposed to watch it.
Okay.
And if it grows or whatever, I have a cyst in my heart. It could be anything that controls oxygen, stress. I know I got to pee. So I'm taking my dog. Did I tell you guys I took my dick out in the mall the other day and just started peeing?
No, you didn't.
Dog.
What do you mean in the mall?
Listen to me. I was
Juice.
walking through the mall and I had to pee. And I saw a sign for restrooms. So I followed that. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then when I get to the end of the hall, it's upstairs. And I had to fucking go up the escalator. When I made the sign on the downstairs, on the first floor of this mall, I'm not going to say the mall, because then people are going to arrest me. On the downstairs, it's just hard, tile, shiny tile. But upstairs, there's carpeting. So there's people walking back and forth, and I just went over to the fucking thing where you look down at the people. Dog, right there, I just took my dick out because it was going to explode. I'd already peed my pants a little bit. I just took my dick out, and I could see it hitting the carpet. I'm looking around. Like
Isn't
nothing.
there glass on those things?
There's glass, but I didn't give a fuck. I had to pee. Enough with the walking. I just walked a mile, 20 minutes after I saw a sign to pee. I'm about to bust, okay? I'm 62. My fucking thing is the size of a woman's fucking ear now. I gotta pee. And it turned, like I used to tell you, like when I jerk off, I hold the top until I get to the bathroom because I'm uncircumcised and it blows up like one of those snakes.
Right.
I hold the fucking thing and it blows up. That's how my dick was. I was holding it under the pants and I could feel the top exploding. I just took my dick out and it just hit the glass. And then it just started dripping. And I stood there, dog, and I'm like, these cameras are going to catch me. And I let the top go out, like, just to relieve me. And I put my pants back in. I looked down. I had a stain this big on my pants. I had to go out to the car and spray Febreze on my fucking pants. It smelled like old man piss. But I pissed right at the mall and then kept walking like nothing happened. And I was like, bro, they're going to call me like in a day. They're going to come to my house and go, Mr. Diaz, we need to talk to you. I haven't said nothing. And then I went to the same mall the next day. And I'm like...
Did you go up to see if it smelled up there?
Nah, I didn't even go to that side of the mall.
What the rug smells like?
My wife went to the mall with my daughter because I told her where to go get the Mercy's jacket. That's when she came back. I go, the second floor? She goes, yeah, it was. I go, did you ever find the bathroom? She goes, no, they put it. I go, that's why I took my dick out. She goes, no, you didn't. So I just took my dick out. When I took it out, the top of the snake, it just went, bah, and it hit the glass, and it was dripping down the glass. It was yellow. I don't get, dog, I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. And I got that bottle in the car from my surgery. And every time I pee in it, I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
What do you mean every time you pee in it? How often are you peeing in the car?
Dog, there's times I got to pee twice on the ride down. Sometimes I just go behind the car, but I'm the best at peeing undercover. Like nobody could even see me. I'll take the phone out. I'll look up at the ceilings.
Yeah, but you're going to get caught. You got to stop that.
I know, but I just don't do it close to a school. Because then they'll get me as a sexual predator. So I don't piss close to schools or 20 yards or nothing. I piss in malls. First of all, I open up both doors on my car. Okay?
That I think should be allowed. If you open up both doors,
and then I make believe I'm fixing the sunroof. And I'll pee. But sometimes I'll get on the thing where you step onto the car. I go, God damn it. So now there's like a little puddle there, pee in the thing.
Oh, my God. I do that on the highway. I love doing that.
It's fucking terrible, man, how much I have to pee. And it gives me anxiety. Like the more I'm walking, I can't breathe. You guys see when I walk up these steps and get to the top, I got to pee. There's times I'll just take my dick out and make believe I'm reading something, like on the car, like that's it. I got to pee.
Have you ever thought about getting like the bags attached to you? It's better than taking your dick out at the mall.
I don't give a fuck at this point. I need some publicity before next August. I need to get some publicity before I go to Oceans.
That should be the name of your tour, like the peeing in public
tour. Oh, my God. You
Holy
have, and I
shit, dude.
told my wife to take the water pills out. Like, that's what it is. I have enough going through me. They give me these water pills in the morning. Oh, my God. And if I go eat breakfast out, like if Mercy and Terry have to do something, and I eat breakfast out, then I don't eat the pills till I get back home about 11. Oh, and that's not good. I got a box. I pee at boxing back and forth. I got to take my gloves off. So by the time, then you got to touch your dick with glovey fucking hands, and they're mildewy. So I got to wash my hands first. And the whole time, I don't touch my dick with dirty hands.
What happened?
Never. I always wash my hands first.
Before you.
And if my hands are dirty, I got a towel in the car, like a dirty evil car, into the back seat, and I touch my dick with the towel so my hands aren't dirty and I don't get a disease on my dick. I don't want my dick to have COVID. And then I got to fucking shoot it on its own. It's got a little mask on. You know what I'm saying?
You could kind of make the egg roll, like the thing, into a mask if you wanted.
Fuck, man.
Dude, no one prepares like you. You have a hand towel for when you pee in your car?
I had no choice. If I'm with somebody, I don't want to have pee on my hand. I got fucking cleaner in my car, that antiseptic for your hand.
Oh, yeah.
I got the Febreze. Sometimes I put on brand new pants. They're brand new. It's like 10 in the morning and I pee all over them. I'm like, God fucking damn it. Now I got to go home and wear another fucking pair of pants for Bachi or whatever the fuck. Because I hate having pee fucking pants.
Has it ever happened on stage where you had to pee like that?
Oh, like a motherfucker.
Really?
And I hold it in. From now on, I'll call a timeout though. I'll pee right on the side of that stage. I don't give a fuck who's there if I got to pee. That's just the way it is. Let the cat clean it up.
Oh my God. Let the cat clean it up.
You pee too all the time? Go pee. What the fuck is wrong with you? Go pee. Bro, I sympathize now. People used to go, I got to pee, hold it. Not no more. That shit is fucking brutal, man. It's really brutal. I got to go to a urologist to do something, but my prostate is good.
Yeah, the fact that it's coming out that fast, like I've started to see like a decline in the pee strength, a little bit.
Oh. What are you gonna fucking do? You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea.
It's been a good couple of weeks though. I feel good. I mean, I'm a little scared about my breathing, so I have an appointment next week. But I think I'm just gonna drive myself to the hospital one day this week and start the process all over again because this is gonna get bad. Somewhere it's gonna get bad. I had it here during the football games. There was one football game. I was sitting here I could not breathe. And I'm like, this is not good. And I got to walk up those stairs at night.
Do the inhalers help at all or not really?
Again, they're a fucking pacifier. That's the name of my new book, The Pacifier, because that's all this is. We're just pacifying our ways for fucking years. That's all I'm doing right now.
Yeah, you've been saying it for a little bit that your breathing's been off. That sucks, dude.
It's been off since like mid-August again. It was doing great for like 4 or 5 months. Great. I was rolling 2 or 3 times at jiu-jitsu. Now I can't do shit. I haven't even been to jiu-jitsu. I'll do a private with Sean, but I can't go to class because I don't want to tell people that you got to stop.
Do you have that problem doing stand-up breathing? Because breathing during stand-up is a huge if I couldn't breathe.
No, it's weird. When I do stand-up, I've been so programmed to breathe, and you just understand breathing more when you're doing stand-up. It's unconscious for me. Like if I'm around here, I have to worry about breathing. I have to think about it. When I hit the bag, I have to hit with intention and breathing. When I do stand-up, I don't even think about it. It's just your heart, just whatever. It's just second nature. What do you got for shows this week? Anything good?
This week, I'm with you on Wednesday at the Dojo, and then Friday and Saturday, I'm at Roar in Springfield, Massachusetts, and Sunday, I'm at Laugh Boston.
Look at you.
Oh, yeah. And then stuff in New York coming up, but that's this week.
This week, yeah. Wednesday, we got Dojo. The following Thursday, we got the Bucket Show at the Dojo. And then I think I take a week off for Halloween. We don't know what we're going to do yet. Then the following week, I'm in MGM Grand, but that Wednesday, I'm at the Stress Factory as a warm-up show. So I'm doing that just to keep warming up in front of audiences. November 5th is the Stress Factory, and November 8th is D.C. So if you're not doing anything and you're in the D.C. area, swing by. Tickets are available and they're cheap. If you're not doing anything in Jersey, November 5th, come on out. There's no school that week.
No?
No. That's why I'm going to D.C. that week, because fucking the 8th is, wow. The 8th is my mother's 46th year of being dead.
That's like the day she passed?
Yeah, the November 8th. And that's the week that you don't have school.
Right.
It just falls on a Saturday this year. It's also election week that year, right? So it's election the 4th, and so we got nothing.
You'll be peeing all over Washington, D.C.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't.
Peeing at the Washington Memorial.
I can't fucking. Like I said, the casino is only 20 minutes from the D.C. So my daughter and my wife are going. The lady who was in charge of that fucking place used to work with my wife.
Cool.
My wife called her the other day to see if she could get a room, and she goes, "You come on Wednesday. I want to see you anyway. Come Wednesday. I'll put you in a suite, the whole fucking deal." But she said that when the guy told her, these are the offers we got for this year, she goes, there was like 6 comics I wasn't going to bring. She goes, when I saw your name, I brought you in here. I don't even give a fuck if you sell a ticket. I just brought you here to bring your wife. So
perfect.
It was perfect. So
they'll come down? They're coming down?
Yeah, they're coming down on Wednesday because they want to, I'll be alone
on
Wednesday, thank God, for 2 days. But they want to go down just to DC shit.
And I say it all the time. It's so crazy to me. Like, Mercy looks at my Instagram stories now, and then she's like stealing your phone and going on Instagram. She's at the bar posting.
That was, guys, I got a call from my wife about 10:15 Friday night. She goes, Joey, the girls are outside playing softball in the dark under the lights. They don't want to come in. I go, why do they have to come in? She goes, well, it's 10:30 at night. Who gives a fuck? They got no school tomorrow. Let them play.
Right.
Let them play. When I pulled up, all those girls were under the lights because it was dark in my neighborhood. They're playing catch under the light and stimulating fucking stealing third or whatever.
That's cool.
And I pull up and I go, ladies, what the hell are you guys doing? And they're like, we're practicing, Mr. Diaz. I go, get in the house. I'm taking you out for a cocktail. Dog, those girls ran in that house. Ran in that house. I said, you got 10 minutes. I thought they were going to wash up. They came down looking like, what's that show with the 4 hookers in the city?
Sex in the City.
Sex in the City. All of them had mascara on and tight pants and shirts, and their hair was up.
They were ready.
Ladies, where you guys going? And the one little Jew girl was like, we're going to Osteria. Blah, 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 blah. And I get there, and like it was Friday, and it's after fucking 9. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to go in there and put them at the bar. Let me go put them at a table, and then somebody will ask, and I'll bring them over. My little Jew girl looked at me. She goes, I ain't sitting at no table. Not the Russian Jew, the Jew girl. She goes, I ain't sitting at no table, Uncle Joey. I'm going to the bar to have a drink. I go, and also my daughter got up, and the Mexican was pouring water for them, and they just got up, dog, and walked up. The Mexican's like, where you guys going? They went to the bar. I ordered them cakes. They have the best chocolate cake there. They have the best chocolate decadence with like ice cream and fruit.
Nice.
Oh my God, and homemade whipped cream. I got 4 of them.
Ooh, cakes like a Shirley Temple.
And I got them all sodas with cherries in them.
Yeah.
And then I stepped away and I left them alone. And I watched them for 20 minutes, and it was the funniest thing I ever saw in my life. You'd think they were like Madame Fifi. They were taking the cherries and popping them in their mouths and eating the chocolate. And then I got them in the car, and it was like fucking, I wanted to crash the car because they were all talking about different things all at the same time. It's like cocaine. You see it. You fucking see it with kids. When you give them sugar, they go off the fucking deep end. And I took them home, and when we got home, they're like, we had such a good time, Mr. Diaz. We're going again tomorrow night. And I'm like, okay. And then at the bar, her phone died. That's why, because she goes, leave your dad, leave your phone. I have to call Mom real quick and ask her a question, because Mom said to bring her a dessert. I didn't know what dessert.
Right.
That's what she was doing. What is it called? Underrated?
Underrated at the bar.
Part 3, yes.
Just posting stories. She's funny on Instagram. She put up a story the other day. She's like, who wants to DoorDash me food?
Oh, yeah, she was at school. Oh, no, she was at rehearsal at playing the bass, and she didn't bring fucking food. So I was sitting there, and all of a sudden I see the story, and I go, you dumb bitch. I told you to bring fucking a sandwich. I told you to bring something. Now, when I picked her up that day, she's like, I'm starving, Dad. We got to go.
I love it. And it's only going to get crazier.
It's only going to get crazier.
Once she starts driving,
Oh, I've been bothering lately to drive.
Really? And she doesn't want to do it?
She's got to learn now. Who wants to learn when they're fucking 17? I'm going to teach her in that truck.
Oh, and you're going to just turn her into the Uber driver.
Yeah, so when she gets a smaller car, she'll know.
Oh.
I could put her in that truck. That truck will have 200,000 miles by the time she's fucking... I'll save that truck. I bought that truck.
Right.
So I'll just give it to her and let her bang people with that fucking truck. Let her cut off a motherfucker with that truck. You're not going to teach her in a Honda. Teach her in that truck, and she sees a bigger vehicle and then a smaller vehicle. Yeah. She'll react a lot better. But that's it, man. It's just another fucking fun week. This is my time of the year. Fucking 2 more weeks after Halloween. It goes fast. And again, I'm not going to remind you motherfuckers, we're probably down to 10 Mondays before Halloween. That's it.
Before Halloween, less.
Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Before
Christmas. Probably got 10 Mondays to Christmas, so you motherfuckers better get it together. It's going to be a hard year. People, 10 Mondays. People are already holding on to shit. I mean, think about it. They don't even talk about Halloween. Nobody's even talked about Halloween.
The candy's already out.
Yeah, but who's eating them?
I am.
Oh, I know.
I love that fucking... Dude, they put it out in fucking July. That's the biggest scam.
CVS, a diabetic factory. CVS. Yeah. You love all that shit. That shit's so bad now. When we were kids, Oreos were okay. Now, God knows what's on them. They don't even get soft in milk. They're like something's in there. But anyway, who gives a fuck about Oreos? I love you, motherfucker. Love you have a good week. And I love you guys. Thank you for being a part of our lives again. And that's it. Tip top Magoo, motherfuckers. See you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here. I want to talk to you about something. Listen, I don't know if you know it. Your gut has a massive impact on how you feel each and every day. Look at the size of my gut. I know about these things. Bioma keeps things in tip-top shape so you can feel your best no matter what life throws your way. Bioma's blend of prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics help restore healthy microbiomes. You're going to want to give Bioma a try and get things sorted down there. Listen, I love it. I take 2 of these every day, and my stomach feels tip-top Magoo. My blood tests are even coming back better. So if your gut is full of the wrong bacteria, get Bioma and get it together. It's not just about being smooth and regular digestion. Your gut can mess with hormone levels, energy, weight management, and even lifespan. So what I'm going to do is this. Take 15% off your Bioma order. To get started, just click the link in our show notes and press in code Joey, Joey. That's code Joey, Joey at Bioma.com. That's code Joey, 15% off when you click the link in our show notes. Thank you. You ever wake up in the morning and you're feeling a little ho-hum? Well, it's time to put some magic back in your breakfast with Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon makes high-protein, zero-sugar cereal and treats that you'll remember from your childhood. It's great if you're carb-conscious, and it comes in nostalgic flavors like fruity, cocoa, and frosted. Me, I like the cocoa and the fruity. I love them. Every serving of their cereal has 13 grams of protein. Do you hear what I'm saying? 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and only 4 grams of net carbs. No time for a bowl? Magic Spoon makes crunchy cereal treats that are delicious. They're packed with 12 grams of protein for an on-the-go option. Great in the morning and around workouts or as a midnight snack, how I have them. Get $5 off your next order at magicspoon.com/church. Or look for Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store. That's magicspoon.com/church for $5 off. And enjoy it, Jack, because it's good.